Good morning, I'm Isaiah Jacob. The Browns dropped their second preseason game to the Bills yesterday, 31-7. Shedeur Sanders played the first half, completing 9 of 11 passes for 71 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Deshaun Watson played the third quarter, going 5 of 12 for 36 yards with an interception. Watson received boos throughout his quarter of play. Todd Monken commented on the crowd after the game.
Hey, how's it feel to get booed? It's a pretty easy question. It sucks. I don't want to get booed. You want to get booed? Let's play good football. Let's play good at quarterback. Let's play good on offense. Let's play good as a team. And then you don't have to worry about all that because it can turn just like that.
The Browns wrap up preseason this Thursday at 8 against the Patriots. The Guardians picked up their third straight win last night, beating the Rockies 4-3. They'll meet again this afternoon at 3:10. The Reds also picked up a win yesterday, beating the Diamondbacks at 11-5. They'll close out the series this afternoon at 4:15.
Live and local, it's time for Fan Sports Sunday. If the weekend is a big desert for sports talk, think of this show as an oasis.
Yes, here we go.
Come drink from our pool of hot takes as you quench your thirst with. I thought I was going somewhere, but I'm not. So let's just start the show.
Hi, check. 3, 2, 1. Do we remember how to do this? It's been a few weeks. What's happening? Cole Bartemus, Dylan Gonzalez, Isaiah Jacob. As we are in our penultimate show, so to speak,
as vocabulary word.
Thank you, penultimate. As we got a couple more shows before we head into football season, then we'll be doing Saturday stuff. So we got to enjoy the time while we got it. But
me too will be doing Saturday stuff. I'll be on my couch.
That's right, because you and Bodie Wells, because of your schedules, you're like, you know what? We'll give those two the weekends off. They're coming in here at ungodly hours in the morning. So let's not make them work on Saturday morning. So I'm going to become you. Because for noon games, which Lord knows Ohio State plays a million of them, our pregame coverage, as I give you a 2-week horizontal tease here, Fish will be really proud of me. It was our pregame coverage for all the noon games we're going to have this year, because Lord knows Ohio State plays many of them. Our pregame show, the first one, Matty Ice, Devere Posey Day, and Sanzabacher. I'm running the board for that.
Nice.
I'm in at 6:30. So that's when the show starts. I'm in a little bit before that because, got to prepare all the updates. God, I got to do updates again?
Home opener.
Damn it.
Home opener isn't at noon.
No.
It's at 12:30.
There you go.
Great. Okay.
30 minutes.
There you go, Buckeye fans.
Yeah.
Ask and you shall receive.
Exactly.
No more noon kickoffs. How about a 12:30 against Ball State?
And you know what? If you don't want a noon game, apparently what you got to do is play a really tough non-con game on the road. And that will get you out of noon.
Yep.
And so, do you have the times? Do you have the Ohio State schedule in front of you?
I can't say I do.
No, it's okay. I was not planning on opening the show with Buckeye schedule talk already.
I think their Texas game kicks off at 7:30 on ABC, I want to say.
That'd be my guess.
That's just me pulling that out of thin air.
You reminded me to bring a topic to the show because apparently Texas has got a couple problems going on the internet. One of the dads of the team forgot that he's a background dancer and he's trying to join the band.
I have no idea what's going on there. Like I do, but I don't at the same time. I know what the internet's saying, but I'm like, God, what is going on down there in Austin?
It will not matter at the end of the day. But anyway, we got a good one for you. So usually, you try to keep it as local as possible out of the gate. But so is that a
rule?
Yeah, well, no, it's not a rule. First of all, we can do whatever we want. Yeah. Like we got the blank canvas. We got 3 hours. We have the full 3 hours, by the way. That means that the Reds are out on the West Coast. They are playing the Diamondbacks in Arizona. And if I'm not mistaken, Arizona in baseball season is West Coast time. Outside of baseball season, they are Mountain time.
I thought they didn't abide by the daylight savings or whatever. I thought they stayed. Okay.
That's why in two different seasons, you have in 2 different halves of the year, they're in 2 different time zones. Yeah. So they are, I believe, and I said West Coast time. I think it's called Pacific time to be more accurate. So
Pacific and Mountain is what we're looking for.
Lord knows the Reds are not playing Sunday Night Baseball. So if we have a full,
are they not good?
Yeah. So if we have a full 3 hour show, that means the Reds are out on the West Coast. So that's what we got for you. So there was
it is 8:04 in Phoenix right now. So Pacific time.
Pacific it is. Okay. Yes. And so we will hit on a little bit of Buckeye news. There is Buckeye news to discuss.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know if that can take precedent over what my algorithm was feeding me left, right, and center when my friends and I were texting about left, right, and center. And that was the great debate of Shedeur versus 4 had a new iteration here. And I'm so glad we're at the point where we actually have games. like I've had a bunch of people asking me, just, how's work? And, they ask you that year round when you run into someone like, oh, you're on the radio, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, how's that going? That's cool. And I'm like, it's about to be great because we're about to have games to watch and talk about because, when you get to June and July and it's like, okay, we're having the same discussions we had 3 months ago and there's no new information. Now we have new information. And we have new information with Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders as they both, etched another chapter into this heated quarterback battle that Cleveland's got. Big picture, I actually, you know what? I'm going to talk some people off the ledge. I didn't think there were that many gigantic takeaways from that.
Really?
I'll give you one. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this too. I was surprised that Deshaun Watson played, period. Because when Todd Monken made his intentions clear at the beginning of the week that if we see what we want to see in practice, we won't even bother playing the starters in the game against the Bills because, they do all the joint practices leading up to that.
Because we had some people that work for the Browns, I'm not going to say their names, that acted like Deshaun Watson looked like God during the joint practice.
Pybus Towel?
No, not him.
Oh.
So it's a role model of mine, so I don't want to put him on blast. I think Isaiah knows who I'm talking about.
Well, I was working during that show, so I do.
I don't know who. All right, well,
It was Bo.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, here.
He can look like God on Thursday and not look good on Saturday.
That's true.
If you crush Bo after calling him a role model, I feel like that's okay. If you say he's a role model of mine and then you're like, but I disagree with that, I feel like it's okay. It wasn't that offensive.
Yes, they canceled each other out.
But I was surprised, first and foremost, that Deshaun Watson played. When Todd Monken made that announcement that if we see what we need to see, the starters won't even play, and they had already announced that Shedeur was going to be the starter, I'm like, okay, so Shedeur's going to be out there running with the twos.
Yeah.
That means that whoever gets in after Shedeur is running with the threes, right? And so I thought that was kind of, and we talked about it on Rothman Nice for sure last week, that was an indication, I thought, that Monken was tipping his hand that Deshaun's with the ones. And when Deshaun Watson got out there with the threes, I was like, okay, so now I don't know what to think.
Yeah.
It didn't look good.
I know that when the preseason started, they basically said, here's what we're going to do. Deshaun's going to play the first half of the first game. Shedeur's going to play the third quarter. Dylan Gabriel's going to play the fourth. And then for the second game, we're going to switch Deshaun and Shedeur's roles, which is what happened yesterday. Shedeur started the first half, and then Deshaun played the third quarter. But once it seemed like they wanted to name Deshaun the starter, I thought they were going to pivot off of that. It seemed like they didn't want to go back on their word, but we were talking about it after the show on Friday. What's the excuse they're going to make to not play Deshaun? Because what are the pros of playing Deshaun against a bunch of dudes that are going to be on the street in 2 weeks? There's no pro to it. Either he gets hurt or what happened yesterday happens. And your guy that you are floating out there that you want to be the starter, and people could argue that they're not doing that. I think that they did that months ago when they had Mary Kay Cabot come out and say, like, hey, they want Deshaun to be the starter. And that basically was like a feeler for the fan base, which went horribly wrong because I feel like most Browns fans want Shedeur to start because what's the point of Deshaun starting? But
well, hold on. If you think that Deshaun Watson is better, and that's obviously Todd Monken's decision along with everybody else in the offensive coaching staff.
Sure.
I think, and this is my belief, and I do not think the Browns are going to be good, but I think every single NFL team, no matter what, should enter week one planning to compete.
Okay, but if
then you could back it off in like week 3 or 4.
If we're being realistic, if they're both pretty similar, which I feel like you can't say that they're not, like no one's saying that one is significantly better than the other, regardless of what side you're on.
I agree with that.
Okay, you know you're going to stink. You're a young team. Just play the young dude. Like, it's that simple to me. Like, see what you got. You know what you got with Deshaun. You have a very limited sample size with Shedeur. I would say prove to yourself that he sucks before you have to inevitably go draft a quarterback next year.
No, I agree with all of that. But another thing, too, let's keep in mind, 17 games is a long season.
Yeah.
So you got plenty of time. Trust me, there are going to be Browns fans everywhere firing coaches and quarterbacks like every single week.
Oh, for sure.
So it's going to happen. And that's like a 4+ month season. So it's all right. There will be plenty of time And even if they split the season 50, well, you can't 50-50. Let's give Dylan Gabriel a start because we have an odd number of games. So we got one game.
Start week
so we'll split 50-50. That gives us one game left over. We'll give it to either Dylan Gabriel, Taylor Green, whatever you want. But even if Deshaun and Shedeur split the season 50-50 as best they can with the math, like, that's 2 months apiece. Like, if we're just talking about this in a general calendar time frame, we're going to have a lot of time to watch both of them.
Yeah.
And so I don't think you have to rush into anything. And there are going to be Browns fans everywhere. Isaiah's probably going to be one of them, benching the quarterback after like week 2 or 3. And so it's just, I don't want to like do the whole, like, let's all just be patient. But like, it will be a long time, and if Shedeur's not good, you're going to want to rebench him and just move on to the next one. It's just like wash, rinse, repeat. So I do think entering the season with a plan of by this benchmark date, this is when we move on to quarterback, whoever it is, whether Shedeur starts and then we go to Deshaun, or whether Deshaun starts, then we go to Shedeur. Either way, like, there's got to be like a little bit of patience because you can't do that. You can't do bench the quarterback radio for 4 straight months. That's a third of the whole year.
Yeah, I want Isaiah to be able to say some of his piece before we go to break, and we're going to talk about this next segment, I'm assuming. But
oh yeah,
to me, I've thought, and most people think, all people think, the Browns are a circus. I think yesterday they somehow made my thought of them, my perception of them, even worse when I didn't think it was possible. They messed up yesterday as much as they possibly could.
Isaiah's going to join us in the next segment.
Okay.
Now, let me ask you this. Are you talking about on the field?
Everything. Everything.
Okay,
Every way that they could have messed up yesterday, they messed up.
Okay, well, we have not addressed the post-game commentary. I promise you we'll do that on the other side. And I also have a couple more thoughts on the game itself. I don't know when I became like preseason X's and O's guy, but I guess we're about to do that. But yeah, as you suggested, Browns, bunch of clowns on the field and off the field. So if you're looking for content, you found it, and you can find it on the other side of this break. We will be right back. Keep it here on 97.1 The Fan.
If you consider yourself a Buckeye fan, you've come to the right place. This is your heritage sports talker and home of Ohio State Athletics, The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Common Man and Timmy here for our friends at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Mikey, there's so much fun this month. It's just fantastic.
We've got Sun-Kissed Summer Saturday drawings where you can win up to $500 in pen cash, plus all-you-can-eat crab legs still going on.
You mean the Canadian snow crab legs, corn on the cob, and Hawaiian rolls every Tuesday?
Of course. Plus the last Saturday in the month, play the Queen's Gamble for a chance to win up to $5,000 in pen cash.
5,000? Must be 21 to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Need a roof you can count on? Ramos Roofing has protected homes and businesses throughout Ohio for almost 20 years. Whether it's a leaky roof, storm damage, new siding, or new gutters to protect your foundation, Ramos Roofing delivers quality materials, professional installation, and honest service every time. Get your free roof or exterior assessment today and ask about Ramos Roofing's no-interest financing options. Call 614-761-7663 or visit online at ramosroofingohio.com.
Great cars, great deals, Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
The savings are so good at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. Right now, lease a new 26 Tucson SE for $149 per month for 36 months. Just $149 a month. Only at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. Plus, get 10 years or 100,000 miles of powertrain coverage with your new Hyundai. Just off 270 or at glakeshyundaiofdublin.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kandula, founder of Advent. We know that when you breathe well, you live better. Just ask our patient Andy.
As long as I can remember, I've had issues breathing through my nose. Since starting this journey and having this procedure done, day-to-day life has just gotten better. I'm able to do all the things that I want to do without having to think about breathing. I breathe through my nose. I sleep through the night. I don't wake up with headaches.
Advent can deliver long-term results in about 20 minutes with simple in-office procedures. We diagnose and treat the root cause of nasal congestion, sinus pressure, sleep apnea, snoring, and allergies. 96% of patients with severe nasal breathing issues report improvement, and most major insurance plans are accepted.
Best advice I can give anybody that has sinus, sleep issues, just get it checked out. Go in and have someone take a look at it. It's 100% worth it.
How do you know you got a great deal? You came to Coughlin Ford. Lease a new 26 Bronco Sport or Maverick, $399 a month. Get 0% APR on a new 26 F-150 Super Crew 4x4 STX or lease for $499 a month. Visit CoughlinFord.com.
Coughlin has the car for you.
36-month lease, $29.98 due at signing. Not all buyers will qualify. 7,500 miles per year, 25 cents per mile. Excludes tax, title, and registration. $395 disposition fee at lease end. No security deposit. 0% for 36 months equals $27.78 for 1,000 finance with approved credit through Ford Motor Credit. Ends 8/31/26.
Save big on your outdoor projects at Menards. Shop the largest in-stock selection of pressure-treated lumber and thick decking. All easy to load in our drive-through lumber yard. Plus, you can design the deck of your dreams for free with our easy-to-use Deck Designer. Save big on Menards selection of pressure-treated lumber and thick decking. Also, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Common Man here for my friends at Care Heating and Cooling. Summertime napping season is upon us. What's that mean? Well, that means for me, a little nap on the leather couch. I got the ceiling fan on, but if that AC's not working properly, that nap turns into crap. Am I right? You got to make sure that AC's in tip-top shape, and the only people to call are my friends at Care Heating and Cooling. The message on their homepage says, we care about your comfort, because they do. If you're not comfortable in your own home, they start to get itchy and scratchy. Here's what you need to know about my friends at Care. They've won the Lennox Centurion Award for 17 years in a row. Now, if you're not in the biz, you don't know what that is, but I'm going to tell you, it's given to the top 5% of Lennox dealers in the country each year. Their service techs are the best in the business, and there's not a problem they can't solve, except maybe the meaning of life. They had no answer when I asked them. But think about living without central AC. Mess you up. My friends at Care also have easy online scheduling. CareHeatingandCooling.com. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING when you need a company you can trust.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible. But Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the Columbus community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JP Morgan Chase Bank, NA member FDIC.
Morning Juice is now live on YouTube. Join Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Thidoff weekday mornings from 6 to 8.
Just search 971 The Fan to catch the live experience or watch on demand.
The Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We're creeping into those late August temperatures today with highs in the mid-70s, and you'll have lots of sunshine in your forecast today for the rest of your Sunday. Later this afternoon, we do have a chance of seeing an isolated shower. Getting into tomorrow and the next days, really nice morning temperatures as well. 50s for your mornings. It'll feel a little crisp outside, so it might be time to start bringing out those sweaters. I'm your 10 Weather Impact meteorologist, Lily Aldrich, with 97.1 The Fan.
During this 10-second promo, Rothman will lose money gambling on something.
People like you come here and blow the family nest egg that built this town.
Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan. We firmly believe it's appropriate to tailgate before a youth soccer game. You're listening to Fan Sports Sunday.
All right, Buckeyes stuff at 11:30.
Can't wait.
Can't wait, Bart Scott. I don't have it ready, but I'd play it if I had it ready. It's probably in this. I've definitely cut that.
I'm sure it's in there.
All right. So we'll wrap up the on-field conversation as it pertains to Browns and Bills from yesterday. Again, I'm kind of like anti-preseason. Well, you know what the difference is I have NFL Plus now. I got it for this year. And so
what's NFL Plus versus like NFL Sunday Ticket?
I can watch the games after the fact.
Okay.
So I can watch the games on my schedule.
Okay.
Which is great. So this is actually the funny thing. I had no intentions of watching the Browns game live. I'm like, I'll just catch the condensed version later.
I think that's acceptable for the preseason. I cannot, in my right mind, watch a sporting event that I know already happened. I don't know why I can't do it. I just can't do it. I don't even want to. Like, sometimes on Prime, like Thursday Night Football, if I, for some reason, like, get home a little late, like, let's say it's like 9 o'clock, and it automatically is like, do you want, like, a fast recap? I'll do that.
Yeah.
But I'm not, like, going back and trying to catch up to the game. Like, I'm going right in where it is.
I haven't been, until I got into this industry, I wasn't able to do that. Like,
right. Sometimes you have to.
My friend's dad No joke. Like, we would play, he coached us in basketball and stuff like that. He would, like, diehard Green Bay Packers fan. He'd record the games and, like, go coach us. I'm like, how in the world do you spend your entire Sunday at basketball tournaments? And, like, he would, everybody knew, don't tell him the score.
Yeah.
I'm like, how for, like, 4 or 5 hours? The game's at 1, you're getting home at who knows what time, and you're watching the game and reacting like it's live. Like, I never understood the concept of that.
You see, he's a psychopath then. If he's reacting like it's live when it's not live, that's something else.
Because he's able to do it. And for me, it's more like with work where it's like I want to show up knowing what happened with the Browns and the Bengals and stuff like that. And so it's like, okay, in the condensed version that they have on NFL Plus, it's like it's every single play. They just chop out like the punts and they chop out the like in between each play. So it's just like, all right, here's the play, next play, next play, next play. So it's like I was able to see what Shedeur and Deshaun did, but it was funny because you and I were talking about like I had no intentions of watching the game live, and so you're texting me and Isaiah like, all right, like Shedeur's about to go off or whatever like that, and then like an hour and a half later, you're texting about Shedeur again, like he threw a touchdown. I'm like, it's the it's like, what is Shedeur doing in the game? Like an hour and a half later, I didn't even know that they had a weather delay.
Yeah, so I set the wrist up as soon as they kicked off, the wrist up gif, and then the Bills probably ran about like 5 plays on offense and then lightning delay. And right then, I was like, whatever's about to happen today is not good. This is a bad omen.
And then after that, I saw somebody, I think, was it Axelrod? Somebody tweeted out, like, well, there's your built-in excuse if Shedeur's not good.
Yeah.
All the Shedeur soldiers, they're going to be saying, well, the weather delay ruined his warm-up.
Well, I thought that was going to be the excuse to not play Deshaun. I'm like, all right, this is all out of whack. Let's just not play Deshaun.
Bag it.
Let's not make him play against and with third and fourth stringers. And they went ahead and did it anyway, and he looked awful.
All right, Isaiah, here's my takeaway. I don't think there is much to be taken away. Because Shedeur Sanders, and this is the biggest joke of it all, that the Browns actually had incredible blocking yesterday. Shedeur Sanders, like his best throw, and he had a few really good throws.
He started out 8 for 8 with like 80 yards and a touchdown. That first series, he looked great.
His best plays were behind an entirely clean pocket, so the Bills weren't putting any pressure on him. I thought they were pretty vanilla defensively, whatever.
Yeah, which is normal for week 2 of the preseason.
So the touchdown that he threw, he had about 12 seconds to throw, blah, blah, blah. Deshaun Watson's working with the threes. His offensive line does not look the same. Now, he didn't look good. He was throwing a bunch of quick game and short stuff, and even then, like, he was not accurate. But I'm not freaking out one way or the other. I didn't think Shedeur was amazing. I didn't think Deshaun was as bad as – he was bad, but I don't think he was as bad as people were saying. Have you made up your mind on who you want a quarterback just based on that game?
Not based on that game. I mean, coming into it, I thought that Deshaun was the week 1 starter. Like, I was pretty much, unless Shedeur, like, played out of his mind yesterday, that maybe he could reel in this competition a little bit. But when I was going into the game, I was already under the assumption that Deshaun almost couldn't do anything that would make him not the week 1 starter. Until he did, obviously, in the post game. And, like, even in the third quarter, like, as I'm watching the game, I'm like, well, he's playing with literally just the third string. Like, there was no second string out there. And so in my mind, I'm just like, yeah, this is kind of a wash on, what it looks like. He looked decent last week. I assume that the practices along the way are really what determines the starter, not as much the preseason games. And so Todd Monken and them had already made their mind up. But then the post-game press conference was just brutal. I mean, it was horrible. I had left the first preseason game like pretty excited about the season and like what could be, whether it was Deshaun or Shedeur, because the weapons looked good. I left yesterday thinking I may not be able to log into Twitter during Browns games because it was so horrible. Like, I don't know if I can live there right now. It's so bad.
Well, let's listen to the audio. And so I'm not a believer that, like, that's New York radio stuff, like thinking that you can lose a job or win a job. I'm not big on winning or losing the press conference. For me, it's like all about what happens on the field, and then this is all like entertainment stuff. But holy cow. So Deshaun Watson was greeted when he jogged onto the field for the opening drive of the second half to a loud assortment of boos, despite the fact that there weren't that many people in the stands. They'd still, the few, the proud, the Browns fans at the preseason game, Deshaun on how the boos were not about his performance.
I think you guys know too, and I think the whole world knows. It has nothing to do about the performance. It's a little bit personal than that. So I think that's it's a disrespectful thing. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep whatever I feel with me and my family internally on how I feel about that. And, yeah, just move on.
So this is the guy who they try to trade for. He says no, right? And then he says, you know what? Fully guarantee all the money, and then I'll come there, even though I really don't want to. He goes there. He either looks like crap or doesn't play at all for 3 years. And then he tears his Achilles. They cheer. He comes back. They boo him. And then he's like, yep, these people, they're just horrible people. That's why they're booing me. They ain't got nothing to do with me. They need to look in the mirror.
What happened to I Love Cleveland?
Yeah, that was just like a month ago.
I'd put it sooner than that. That was like a month. That was a week and a half ago. Deshaun Watson said, "Oh, me and my wife, we love Cleveland. We hit up all the restaurants. We're known everywhere. Like we know all the like."
And then he says, "This is just at the games. No one says anything when I'm in person. Like, oh, you want someone to come with the smoke at the grocery store? Is that what you're looking for?"
No, they're already looking for Anthony Lima. Deshaun will be next, but. I could. Well, first of all, no kidding, it wasn't about your performance because you got booed before you threw a pass. So,
to say
Dylan Gabriel sucks as a quarterback. He didn't get booed.
Right,
so, yes, it's not about his performance.
It is partially about his performance, though. That is a part of the vitriol of the people of Cleveland.
Part of it.
It's they feel like he full on, to quote your boy Matty, he put the ski mask on.
Yep.
And he robbed the city of Cleveland.
He was bad,
franchise.
and then he was hurt.
Yeah.
And that's a terrible combination. Another thing to take away from this, he's maintaining his innocence. And that's what I heard. Just when he's like, well, it was disrespectful of them to do that. He's basically saying like they're hanging an innocent man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't compile any evidence. So like in that sense, okay, like you're technically, and he's like, I'm also a believer that like if you're not behind bars, you're a free agent in the NFL. And at this point, I think suspensions are silly too, because we've just seen, like, it's also just weird that's like, okay, let's say Deshaun Watson did do it, that he was sexually assaulting 24 women. And so it's like, we're against that, but then your punishment is 11 games. And then once you're like, okay, now you're back. It's like it's all goofy and weird with the like determining what the like proper punishment for that is. But it's also like, you're also like making a judgment call because like he wasn't charged with anything. And so it's like, then it's like, well, this is the whole smoke versus fire.
Yeah.
But there's no evidence. Like he also had to like make a settlement. And then it's like 11 games. It's like, oh my goodness, there's so much going on with this.
Yeah. The suspensions in the NFL, to your point, seem like they go based off the court of public opinion and perception.
Yes. And
they're very retroactive.
That's another thing too, is that I don't think just because you have a low approval rating that should get you a suspension when there is no evidence. However, again, I'm not trying to like wax poetic about Deshaun Watson's character, so please don't hear it that way. But it's just like it's very messy, and Deshaun Watson didn't do himself any favors. And here is him on if he regrets going to Cleveland.
No, I don't regret anything in my life.
Oh boy.
No, I don't regret anything in my life. You know, I think the Lord put me through situations for a reason, so I don't regret anything at all. I had different thoughts on how it was going to be, but you know, it is what it is. You know, sometimes the tables turn, and I'm patient enough because I'm a child of God to wait for that time to change. So I'm not tripping on it.
He's got 230 million reasons why he shouldn't regret going to Cleveland.
Dude, this is a quick turnaround from a week and a half ago. Oh, I love Cleveland. We love it here. Like, this is, again, I'm not saying that I'm a believer in, like, winning and losing your job on the field because of press conference performance. I'm not. But, like...
It's a combination.
It's just like, holy cow, dude. Like, can you go to the microphone and just, like, make everybody's lives a little bit easier? But...
I blame the coaching staff still. There was no reason for him to even be playing yesterday. They put themselves in a situation for all this to go down. They put themselves in a situation for him to look bad, him get frustrated, reporters asking him frustrating questions, and then him blowing up at the press conference.
And then him giving frustrating answers.
There was no reason. There was no reason for us to see Deshaun Watson yesterday, period. And the Browns deserve this.
Were you guys? I was surprised. I was surprised. I said this on the show on Thursday with Bishop and Friends. I didn't think that he would get booed. Like, I didn't think he would get booed again. Maybe that was like me being closed-minded. I don't know. But I was surprised that during a preseason game where it's halfway full, that he was getting booed so much. Because, I mean, if you want to count the times on this hand right here that any team has gotten booed during a preseason game, it would be once. Like, teams were getting blown out yesterday, 40-0, and no one's booing. That's like going to Ohio State practice and booing. Like, that's what yesterday was, as a practice. And so I was surprised he got booed. I understand why people booed, but at a preseason game, I was like, man, that's like going to practice. Like, was he getting booed when training camp was open during, like, practice? Like,
I'm
I don't
sure
know.
there was a scattering.
Like, it's kind of crazy.
Probably something.
I know he played bad, but
you're right. Full-fledged booze at a preseason game is very unprecedented.
Yeah, and we could talk, and we'll roll this over to the next in the next segment as well, because Todd Monken had his own thoughts on it, and he added to the mix. And of course, people are going to be asking about it. Like, what do you think the media is going to like? This is the most interesting thing to have. It's a preseason game. You got a quarterback battle, and like Zeke just said, you got fans booing at a preseason game. That's kind of noteworthy a little bit. So we'll add Todd Monken's input into the mix in 2 minutes. Keep it here on The Fan.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman, and for the longest time, I figured the less I did, the less I'd hurt. Well, I figured wrong. Something always happens, and when it does, I've always gone to Orthopedic One, Central Ohio's most trusted orthopedic practice. They rank #1 in Ohio and top 5 in the nation for orthopedics. So whether you're struggling with ongoing pain or facing a sudden orthopedic injury, you can always schedule an appointment directly with their physicians. No referral required. Start with the specialists. Start at orthopedic1.com. Everybody thinks they're a great driver. Outlaw Motor Speedway gives you the chance to prove it. Experience professional racing simulators, full motion rigs, and some of the world's iconic tracks right here in Grandview. Race your friends, join a league, or bring the office out for an unforgettable corporate event. And when the checkered flag drops, keep the night going with great food and drinks here or next door at Agave and Rye. Then climb back in the driver's seat and see who's got what it takes. Book your race today at outlawsimracing.com.
When you renovate a home, you're going into full-time junk production.
How so?
The first stage of renovation is demolition.
We make that junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
When they begin installing the upgrades, a second mountain appears.
Construction scraps and packaging rise into the sky.
We make that mountain disappear, too.
All you have to do is point.
We make room for possibilities.
We make room for possibilities.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
If you've recently seen a photo of an older Baker Mayfield fresh off a bender, it's just Bo Bishop. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. Garnish your Bloody Mary with sports talk. You're listening to Fan Sports Sunday.
Oh, man, aren't the Browns interesting? They always have been, just for all the wrong reasons. And I guess we are just continuing that trend for at least one more season. And then we'll figure it out from there. And we'll talk a little bit later in the show, probably somewhere in the noon hour, about this loaded quarterback class for next year. We'll talk a lot of college in the noon hour as well. Because I guess week 0 is next week, right?
Yeah. Yesterday was the last Saturday of no college football until the new year.
So since we have 2 shows left before we, at least I think we're giving up the mics for Fan Sports. I don't know who's it going to be, like Tito and DeVere probably, perhaps.
Well, it'll just be Browns for a lot of the day Sunday. Browns pregame, Browns game, Browns postgame. It's like 6 hours of Browns on Sundays on this station.
But they're always going to be at 1 o'clock. So wouldn't there be like a 4 to 7 or a 5 to 7 Fan Sports Sunday?
I think they do a post show from 4 to something, and then it'll probably just go to syndication, I'm assuming.
Oh, they're probably just...
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, then that would solidify that we're giving up the microphones in 2 weeks. So we'll do some college predictions, lock in some predictions on Heisman, stuff like that, championship, who's making the playoffs, who's not. We'll talk about the Big Ten, all that jazz. And so we'll do NFL stuff probably next week as it pertains to playoff picks and all that. But we will be talking about the draft because I think that this quarterback class is going to be legit, despite back-to-back years of people lying about that.
I was going to say, what did you think about last year's? Did you think were you high on last year's and then were disappointed? Okay.
But
I know a lot of people were.
I allowed myself to get sucked in.
I thought Cade Klubnik was going to be God. I raised my hand and admit I was wrong about that one.
I was not. I say that. I'm pretty sure I took him in our Heisman draft last year, but like reluctantly. And I was audibly not happy when I made that selection. Yeah. But so we were talking about the whole Deshaun Watson getting booed in a preseason game and how that's like very out of character for the preseason. And when I saw Shedeur's on-field interview, or on-field, he was on the sidelines. The game was still going on. The second half, he was done for the day. He wasn't even in his pads anymore. And when Aditi was interviewing him on the sidelines, I could see into the background. I'm like, there is like nobody at this Browns game. It's the preseason. Well,
it was the lightning delay too. I'm sure had something to do with it.
I'm not saying Browns fans are don't. No, that's not what I was saying. I say that just to highlight what we're talking about. Of like the fact that Deshaun's boos were so loud when almost no one was there. It's like that kind of sends a little bit of a message. But we were talking in the last segment about how Deshaun Watson saying like, no, it's not performance based. Like, it's personal now between, they're coming after me in a personal way. I said, well, that's him basically stating, hey, I'm an innocent man and they shouldn't be doing this. And I feel disrespected. Well, if he feels that way, he feels that way.
I think he was saying that Browns fans are bad people. That's what I got out of that. He's like, they're just disrespectful people. He said it's disrespectful. Like, who's he talking to? He's talking to the people that were booing him. Like,
well, I don't think he's saying they're bad people just because they booed me.
He's saying that they're a bunch of disrespectful individuals is basically what he said.
They had a disrespectful moment.
That wasn't the first time. And he brought up the Achilles tear. He alluded to it. Okay. He's like, basically, this is the second time these people booed me. It has nothing to do with my performance. It's on them. That's the way I took it.
So here's the comparisons that I'm running through my head in the commercial break of like, we're talking, is this performance-based or is it just like, dude, you're a bad guy, blah, blah, blah. And obviously, I'm thinking, as a Steelers fan, I'm thinking of how Ben Roethlisberger had multiple controversies early on in his career, and that was able to be, his relationship was able to be resurrected pretty quickly.
Yeah, but
there was a lot of winning.
Was there any in the national like perspective of Ben Roethlisberger? I feel like was not the same as it was locally in Pittsburgh. I don't think there was ever. I don't want to say 100% of the people in Pittsburgh were like, oh, Ben Roethlisberger's innocent. But I feel like 95% of Steelers fans are probably like, we'll see what happens.
Right. And so I'm trying to connect the dots because I'm trying to do like a sports fan psychology experiment of like, what is the difference in terms of the approval rating there? Well, first of all, they're not the exact same situation.
No.
Like Deshaun Watson seemed like a serial deviant when the whole like messaging 100 different masseuses and like actually engaging with like 66 or whatever the numbers were there.
Right.
And then like 26 different women. And so again, both bad, but like there's a little bit of different degrees there. But I think with the sports fan psychology of it, Ben Roethlisberger was drafted to the Steelers and was a one-team guy his entire career. And he also, in the big picture, had like a decade after that of being a part of the Steelers with no scandals. So I think that's kind of like where if time heals all wounds, that would probably heal that for the home fan base. But I think there was definitely something, and Ben Roethlisberger was a much better quarterback than Deshaun Watson there. So there is something to the idea that like Deshaun Watson entered Cleveland with all of this baggage and then sucked. And so it's like, first of all, you were never like, quote unquote, their guy.
Right.
So you didn't have that relationship with the fan base. So they're already not going to, a lot of them probably wouldn't offer you forgiveness to begin with, depending. It all depends. Like, I don't think Steelers fans and Browns fans are like super unique from one another, where Browns fans are like, oh yeah, we do care about like women's rights and this stuff. And Steelers fans are like, oh, we don't care about that. So it's like,
right.
So what is the difference that allows Ben Roethlisberger to be so highly revered in Pittsburgh and Deshaun Watson is getting booed in preseason games?
I think Deshaun Watson's situation is just so much more complicated. First of all, you start with like the trade where they essentially decided that they weren't going to bring Baker back. And as much as I think Baker sucks, a lot of Browns fans like Baker, and he's probably like
bringing it back to Baker.
He's probably the second most beloved quarterback in franchise history behind Bernie. So there's some of that. Then you give him the guaranteed money for him to either be bad or be hurt. And then it's not like the whole situation with the sexual assault stuff went away once he got traded to Cleveland. Like, more stuff kept popping up, like more women kept coming out. And then you have just between the injuries and the bad performance, I think Baker being better than Deshaun is another thing to just throw into the cauldron here.
Yeah.
And then it
is performance based.
Yeah, I think it's the answer to your question is yes, it's both. It's all things. There's so many things. There's so many combinations of what. I don't think this Deshaun Watson situation could have went any more wrong for the Browns. And that's
probably true.
And it's still not over.
And by the way, I'm not shaming anybody because, like, I don't blame people, and I'm one of these people, so I'll throw myself in with you. I can definitely separate the art from the artist.
Yeah.
Like, I can do the Jerry Seinfeld, we're all rooting for laundry. Like, if you wear my team's colors, I'm rooting for you to get in the end zone.
Right.
And I don't think that's some giant, like, statement about, like I don't think sports are that personal. Like, I really don't. Like, we don't know these guys, and they don't know us.
If Deshaun Watson is playing at an all-pro level, I'm not saying that no one would hate him, but he wouldn't be getting
some
booed.
Browns fans would be turned and be like, hey, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
Some.
Yeah, who am I talking to?
Some.
Almost all of them.
Come on.
Almost.
Let's go back to Michael Vick coming back to Atlanta.
Yeah.
People forget because it's so long ago.
He actually did time.
He did time. He came back to the Falcons after all of the dogfighting and everything. He got booed in the pregame, and he got booed in the first quarter. He threw 2 touchdowns, and they won the game. Guess what they were chanting in the fourth quarter? It was, "We want Vic." It's a viral moment. It was, "We want Vic," over and over again after being booed in the pregame. And so for Deshaun, like, it's not completely about the performance. Obviously, if you're being booed during a preseason game, it is not completely about the performance. But the performance before is the reason you're getting booed now. Like, if he had won for the Browns, and if he had been good, he wouldn't be getting booed now. But the reason you're getting booed is because you've been bad and you have all the off-field stuff. It's the combination.
Right. And so everybody else kind of outside of Cleveland or outside of Browns fandom would probably maintain the disdain for him. But look, I have, like I just told you, no problem separating the art from the artist. If Deshaun Watson started to play well, I don't think he'd be getting booed every time he took the field the way that he has. I definitely don't think he would have gotten cheered when he tore his ACL. There is no way Browns fans would have cheered for him if he was good when he tore his Achilles.
Yeah.
Like, if your successful starting quarterback goes down, even if you think he's a bad dude, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with rooting for yourself as a sports fan. Like, hey, I like this team. I didn't draft this guy. It just so happens that he's on the team, so I might as well root for him to throw touchdowns. There's nothing wrong with that.
Todd Monken said, well, it was reported that he wanted to make this decision on the starting quarterback by Monday. I don't see, after the way he played and then the press conference, you could come out 48 hours later and be like, yep, Deshaun is the guy week 1. But that's probably what's going to happen because it's the Browns.
I think that, we got one more preseason game.
Thursday for the Browns. They play the Patriots at home, so more boos to come.
Right.
And
the trouble with this, though,
if they play him on Thursday, they're just the worst franchise in the history of sports. They probably are already.
Well, the tradition in the NFL is that the starters don't play the final preseason game. But I don't think you have a decision. Now, I'm not at practice, so I don't know what they look like in practice.
They were saying during the game, Aditi said that Todd Monken was wanting to announce a quarterback early this week, so it would be before the preseason game. And Monday was a day that was thrown out there. I think, God, I just wait a day.
If you're Todd Monken, Todd, if you truly think Deshaun Watson is a better quarterback than Shedeur Sanders, then even if it's a total S-storm for a day or two, you got to worry about that first Sunday against Jacksonville. Like, if he honestly thinks Deshaun Watson's the best path forward for success, and then it'll quickly fail. We all know that. But if he thinks that Deshaun Watson's the better quarterback right here, right now, he's got to make that decision, even if it's going to be extremely unpopular on the internet, and then bite the bullet for 48 hours and then get back to football. Like, that's because that's his job that he's tasked with. It's not going to be popular.
There's no right answer.
That's true. Well, there's never a right answer with the Browns. All right. You were, speaking of internet trolls, you were being one of them over the weekend with some of this Buckeye news. And so you got to explain to me some of the vitriol that you have towards a particular Buckeye captain. We'll get into that news on the other side of this break. Keep it here. 97.1 The Fan.
We're known for three things: games, conversation, and common man yelling about things only he cares about. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Reds fans, Ludacris is coming to Great American Ballpark on Friday, September 4th as a part of the Ohio Lottery post-game concert series. Root on the Reds as they take on the Brewers and enjoy a live set from Ludacris after the game. Plus, you can upgrade your access to a pit field pass for an up-close view of Ludacris. For tickets and more information, visit reds.com/concerts.
As summer starts winding down, it always seems to happen the same way. The backpacks are packed, the school forms are signed, and suddenly the calendar fills up faster than you ever expected. Between the last-minute appointments, school shopping, and getting everyone back into a routine, it's easy for those projects around the house to keep getting pushed to next weekend. Here's the good news. Your roof doesn't have to be one of them. At Newman Roofing, our team of value-driven professionals makes the process simple. You'll get honest answers, clear communication, and recommendations built around your home's needs. No sales pitches. Whether it's a new roof, siding, or gutters, we'll help you check it off your to-do list with the kind of white glove service that's earned the trust of families across Central Ohio for more than 30 years. So instead of worrying about your home, you can spend what's left of this summer making memories with the people who matter most. Newman Roofing, built around family. Ours protecting yours. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit newmanroofing.com today.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible, but Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the Columbus community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. You already know High Bank Distillery Co. has award-winning spirits, but now they're officially one of the most awarded brands in Central Ohio. At 614's 2026 Columbest Awards, High Bank took home honors for Best Cocktails, Best Gastropub, Best Happy Hour, Best Overall Bar, and more. And once you visit, it's easy to see why. The scratch-made food, handcrafted cocktails, whether it's date night, brunch, happy hour, or dinner with the family, High Bank has something for everyone. Visit highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Hey friends, Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and UFC fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day, all the way from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55-plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Great cars, great deals, great lakes. Hyundai. The savings are so good.
The
savings are so good at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. Right now, lease a new 26 Tucson SE for $149 per month for 36 months. Just $149 a month. Only at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. Plus, get 10 years or 100,000 miles of powertrain coverage with your new Hyundai. Just off 270 or at glakeshyundaiofdublin.com.
When your furnace or air conditioner stops working, you can always rely on Atlas Butler to get it up and running the same day. So why not depend on Atlas Butler for all your plumbing needs? One call does it all.
Call 1-800-FURNACE.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, ooh, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan. All your favorite Fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Live, local, and still slightly drunk.
I'm not drunk, all right? I just have a speech impediment.
This is Fan Sports Sunday.
Thank you, soon-to-be Eden Jacob, for bringing us pizza.
Ooh, where's it from? I mean, it doesn't matter, but
Domino's, I think.
Domino's.
Yeah.
Domino's.
I will be...
I'm 2 pieces down.
Was that a... I'll have you beat in the next commercial break. Just let me get through this segment. Was that a King of Queens reference?
I hear Bone say it a lot. I'm sure he stole it from somebody else.
Okay, because my algorithm feeds me like sitcom scenes, and there was a Domino's in a King of Queens scene. I'm so glad we're done talking about Deshaun Watson because that's like juggling grenades.
I have a breaking news.
Oh, yes, please.
Pete Thamel tweets that Ball State has named Keldrick Luster the starting quarterback, and he'll open the season at Ohio State. He's a transfer from both Texas State and SMU.
Look out, Buckeyes. Yes. Keldrick Luster is
the name.
Coming to town. All right, so apparently there's like this running joke that's like kind of a joke, kind of not, on your show on T-Bone and Tyvis, 6 to 9 a.m. on weekdays. Catch them tomorrow.
Yeah.
So what's 24 minus 6? In 18 hours-ish, you guys will be taking the airwaves talking about how Ohio State has announced its Blocko recipient.
Oh, God.
And
not surprised, but still disappointed.
Yes.
Is my reaction.
Brandon Inniss, slot receiver.
Yeah, sure.
He was the number 3 in the rotation. I mean, rotate. He didn't really rotate because they run a 3-receiver system. So
on the field a lot.
He was definitively number 3, however, behind Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate. And so if you were in the starting lineup last year, you're probably going to be in the starting lineup this year. So Brandon Inniss, Blocko recipient. It is also worth mentioning that the other captains surrounding him are Julian Sayin, his partner in crime, Jeremiah Smith, Austin Saraveld, Kenyatta Jackson, underclassman, junior, Peyton Pierce, and Jalen McClain. So those are your Buckeye Well, I guess junior is not underclassman.
Yeah, but, he didn't start last year.
A lot of captains are seniors, so that's what I meant by that. But Peyton Pierce and Jalen McClain will be your defensive representatives along with Kenyatta Jackson. But I'm scrolling through. I'm doom scrolling. I'm clicking through Instagram stories yesterday, and at Dylan G Radio.
That idiot.
That idiot. He's posting the news about Brandon Inniss being the Blocko recipient, and he attaches the Michael Scott, oh, God, please, no, God, no gif. So apparently you guys are some big-ass Brandon Inniss haters.
Well, this kind of started when Bone was gone, and it was me, Tyvis, and then Joshua got in on it later. Brandon Inniss played more snaps than Carnell Tate at wide receiver last year. He had 36 catches for 271 yards and 3 touchdowns. This dude
he's not all that, dude.
He was a 5-star recruit. That was your 3rd year. If you're not doing it by your 3rd year, you're probably not going to be doing it in your 4th year either. And people could say was Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate, he wasn't getting any targets. Like I said, he played more snaps than Carnell Tate last year, and he should have been feasting on teams' 3rd corners as a former 5-star recruit and a 3rd-year player at Ohio State. I don't think he's going to be one of the top 3 receivers by season's end. I don't know. I would love to see how awkward it is when you have to bench your block over recipient.
That'd be a shame. So Pat Murphy, who came on Rothman and Ice this week, I believe one of the guys asked him, like, hey, who stood out at camp for you receiver-wise outside of Jeremiah Smith? And so I'm expecting the whole Chris Henry Glaze session to take place. But his answer was Devin McEwen.
Yes, give me that guy.
I'm thinking, okay, if Pat Murphy, who is from whatever he's, I don't even know what degree of practices are available to the media, what degrees aren't, because I mean I wasn't there. When when your show's at noon, you don't really get to like go out to the practices because you're kind of like in conflict with that.
Isaiah went to a few. He saw Devin McEwen.
He was a dog.
Okay.
He looked great. That was my biggest takeaway. How good he looked.
My biggest takeaway from everybody saying Devin McEwen, the UTSA transfer receiver, being someone to watch out for, I'm thinking, well, that spells bad news for Brandon Inniss, because I believe that McEwen's like a shorter, kind of twitchier receiver.
Slot guy, for sure.
Okay,
He's like
6'205".
And Chris Henry's about 6'5", and so you think maybe like big body perimeter receiver, and so I'm thinking, well, shoot, man, like it seems like Devin McEwen kind of profiles similarly to a Brandon Inniss.
Yes,
and if Devin McEwen is kind of playing that role of receiver better than Brandon Inniss in camp, because I thought Brandon Inniss was kind of just a guy last year, and you went through the stats, and he was kind of just a guy. Now, I don't think that makes you like a bad block O candidate. I just don't think Brandon Inniss is going to be that impactful of a player, but I don't think, and especially, dude, in this day and age, I don't know the amount of players on Ohio State's roster that are transfers, but I imagine that it's a lot more than it used to be. There is something to be said about how just guys who have been there for a while, like you just expect those type of profiles. Like he's not a transfer.
Yeah. Well, like I was reminded that Cameron Babb was a Blocko recipient who he only had the one catch that was a touchdown pass or touchdown catch, but he had overcame a lot with injuries and stuff like that.
Many ACL tears.
There's that aspect of it. Okay, I guess if you're counting on Brandon Inniss to be that type of captain when it's purely leadership and not production, then sure.
Or you think they're make-a-wishing him?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little.
I do.
I don't know why I feel that way too.
And you know what else is going to be really weird? Thank God there's the 5-for-5 rule now, because your Blocko recipient's going to be in the transfer portal in 5 months.
Oh.
Yeah.
Playing for another school in year 5?
Yep.
But this whole disaster.
That might be a hot take, but
no,
that's what I believe.
We're going to have fun college football topics throughout the next hour of the program. If I need one more thing to pile on to an entire offseason of us doing shows about how college football is a disaster now, the whole like, hey, here's Brown's tight end, what's his nuts, catching passes and warm-ups. He's also in the transfer portal. Like, what?
That is the case.
Look, and you can't get on me for being too negative, because I am just like you, whoever you are in your car right now. I am just like you. I like things the way they were in my childhood and wish they were still that way. And when you have guys actively warming up in preseason games in the transfer portal and contemplating coming back, depending on whether or not they make the team in the next week.
You don't find it weird that Lane Kiffin is calling Todd Monken asking about his players to see if they could come back to college? You don't like that? You don't think that that's good for sports?
No. I think it is unnatural. I think it's taboo and it's weird. That's just me. Now, it's great for the players because they have all the options in the world.
Right.
And so if I were a player, I'd be like, I can do whatever I want. Like, literally. The rules are being switched up all the time. But I'm not a player. I'm a fan. So the player perspective is you're going to really enjoy all these loopholes.
You're going to be a great get off my lawn guy when you're older.
What are you talking about? I'm the best one you can find right now, and I'm 27. So we're all good on that. All right, let's have some fun. It's game time, the next segment. Zeke's going to dazzle us with a great... Ooh, wait, there's pizza out there, too. I'm going to get pizza. Zeke's going to give us a great update. Game time in a few minutes. Keep it here, 97.1 The Fan.
1, 2, 3. Here at The Fan is always football o'clock. Proud to be your home of the Buckeyes, Browns, and all the NFL games you can handle. The Fan.
Upgrade your tool storage this fall with help from Menards and save big money. For heavy-duty storage that protects your tools, choose Masterforce. From shelving units to garage cabinets and so much more. You can keep your tools safe and within reach. Get versatile and durable storage products from Masterforce today. Check out Masterforce products in-store and on Menards.com. Plus, view our weekly flyer for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm Ben. As a licensed Kroger pharmacist, I'm committed to helping you choose the right vaccines for you and your family. Whether you have questions about the flu, RSV, or COVID vaccines, our team is ready to go above and beyond for you when it comes to providing personalized care and seasonal vaccine education. No appointment needed. At Kroger, we're here to look out for you. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. See site or pharmacy for details.
Coghlan Kia of Dublin is now open, and we're offering grand opening savings at all 4 Coghlan Kia locations. Get 0% financing on select new 26 Kia Sportage and Sorrento. Pay 0 out of pocket when you lease a new 27 Seltos or 26 Sportage for $375 a month for 36 months. Get grand opening savings at Coghlan Kia.
Coghlan has the car for you.
With approved credit, 0% for 48 months equals $20.83 per 1,000 finance through Kia Motor Finance. Leases include 10,000 miles per year with 20 cents per mile over penalty. Excludes tax, title, and registration. No security deposit. See dealer for details and 831.26.
Need a roof you can count on? Ramos Roofing has protected homes and businesses throughout Ohio for almost 20 years. Whether it's a leaky roof, storm damage, new siding, or new gutters to protect your foundation, Ramos Roofing delivers quality materials, professional installation, and honest service every time. Get your free roof or exterior assessment today and ask about Ramos Roofing's no-interest financing options. Call 614-761-7663 or visit online at ramosroofingohio.com. Delaware County Veterans Services, here for those who served. Located on the ground floor of the historic courthouse in downtown Delaware, our team of veteran county veteran service officers is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Need a ride to a VA appointment, facing a financial emergency? Are you or your spouse simply looking for answers? Then give Delaware County Veterans Services a call. 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment. Delaware County Veterans Services.
Feels like every football season starts the same. June becomes August in the blink of an eye. Eric Reeser here. The older I get, the more I need to stay physically and mentally ready for the grind. The team over at Hydrate Me Med Spa has been my go-to over the last 2 seasons. Their IV treatments provide vitamins, antioxidants, and natural energy enhancements. 4 locations, Grandview, Powell, New Albany, and Granville. Most treatments take less than 30 minutes, and if you're like me and not a fan of needles, their medically trained nursing staff makes the experience a breeze. Look your best, feel your best, book your drip at hydratememedspa.com.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. I'm Isaiah Jacob. The Browns dropped their second preseason game to the Bills yesterday, 31-7. The score, not the story, of course. It's the quarterback. Shedeur Sanders played the first half, completing 9 of 11 passes for 71 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Deshaun Watson played the third quarter, going 5 of 12 for 36 yards, also an interception. Watson received boos throughout his quarter of play, and Todd Monken commented on the crowd after the game.
Hey, how's it feel to get booed? It's a pretty easy question. It sucks. I don't want to get booed. It comes with the territory. You don't want to get booed? Let's play good football. Let's play good at quarterback. Let's play good on offense. Let's play good as a team. And then you don't have to worry about all that.
The Browns wrap up preseason this Thursday at 8 against the Patriots. The Guardians picked up their third straight win last night, beating the Rockies 4-3. They'll meet again this afternoon at 3:10.
During weekend programming, pants are optional.
Look at my butt!
However, leather chairs may have been a bad choice. You're listening to Fan Sports Sunday.
All right, the score is 3-2-1. Isaiah's down 3 pieces of pizza. I took 2 in that commercial break. You're half. 3-2 to half.
Yeah. I'm kind of a pizza snob. I'll enjoy pizza, but I ain't like fully going in on pizza unless I'm in the great state of New York. In the city of New York, to be specific.
Please.
I'm not eating pizza from
New York elitist.
Buffalo. Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at.
No. Hell to the no.
Yeah. I was born there, so it's if it's true or not, I'm brainwashed into thinking that it's better. So that's just where I'm at.
What, like what a New York slice?
Yeah, it's better than any other styled slice.
Man, whatever. No, because like, especially what we do for a living, like the New York bias and New Yorkers are like, oh, we're a city, like it's all about championships and like that's all we care about. It's like, you know, when your city hasn't won well, I guess the Knicks just won.
Yeah.
But prior to that, I think the Yankees in 09 and the Giants in 11 would have been the city's last championships. It's like, dude, like, what are you talking about? Like, it's championship or bust every single year, every single team. Like, go figure yourself out. All right, game time. All right, so we are playing 2-on-1 as we always do. Why? Because we got 3 hours. We got time to kill. That's why.
It's a fun game. I think the people enjoy it.
I think so, too. So we are going to play the game we always do. Dylan Gonzalez is team captain. Isaiah Jacob is his consultant. Isaiah can talk all he wants to, but I'm only accepting answers from the team captain, Dylan Gonzalez, that he locks in. So I was asked yesterday by my brother, and there's a fun topic out of this, by the way, especially with you and Gianna. But he asked me, like, what would be your top 3 movies from your childhood? And so I'm thinking, like, oh, man, we're going, like, way back into, like, you know, I'm thinking of car rides. Back in the day when the cars used to have, like, the movie theater, like, the movie screen would, like, drop down from the top, and, like, we'd all have the headphones in the back of the car.
I didn't live that privileged life, Cole. That's all you.
Well, okay. Apparently I'm all uppity now.
If you were watching TVs, you had drop-down TVs in your parents' car when
I
you were
don't think
growing up?
so.
Yeah, cool.
Was
that
that-
must be that Dublin, Ohio.
Was that an upper class
upbringing.
thing?
Yeah.
Well, have you ever like driven past a car on the highway and they got the movie screen dropping down and you're trying to see what movie they're watching?
Yeah, I saw it and I was like, that'll never be us.
Oh. Well, that was us. Anyway, so my brother asking me, hey, what are your top 3 movies from your childhood makes me want to challenge you guys to name 8 Pixar movies.
Oh, Cole.
Now.
Cole.
Time out. I'm not taking... You can't give me sequels.
Toy Story 1 through 4. Boom. Yeah, not doing that.
There are 5.
There's 5 now.
I'm not giving you 5 for all of that. Now, we are all children of a certain...
How many are you asking for?
Generation, and here's the problem, is that you now have a daughter.
I would have probably seen them all without her. I've been to Disney World like 10 times, Cole.
You're a Disney adult?
I don't know if I'd consider myself a Disney adult. I've just have been a lot with my family. I've never been like, oh, I need to make this Disney trip by myself.
All right.
But I've been a lot.
Well, you know what? You know what I was going to do? And then he just ruined it for you. Sorry, Zeke. Is that I was going to say I will take sequels if they had a different name. Like not just, Toy Story 2. But there are some sequels that actually have a different name, but are sequels. I was going to take those, but now that you're just, this is the easiest thing in the world. Fine.
Okay.
You'll get 3 strikes. Name me 8 Pixar movies.
All right. We got Toy Story. Lock her in.
Toy Story and 2 through 5 are all correct.
And it's funny that you mentioned that because Gianna walked in the kitchen today and I said, halt, who goes there? To quote Buzz Lightyear, lately all she does is tell me that I'm wrong about everything. She's like, Buzz never said that. I literally went on Disney Plus, found the clip, and just shoved it in her face. Said,
And I'm sure she
tell me
really
I'm wrong
cared.
ever again. Yeah, she was like, I don't want to see this. Why are you doing this? Why are you taking it this seriously, Dad? All right, we got Monsters, Inc. Go ahead and lock it in.
Monsters, Inc. is correct. I will not take Monsters University.
Do you want to throw in any of your favorites?
Well, I'm currently wearing a Lightning McQueen shirt right now.
Yes, you are. Oh, my God.
Cars.
So
lock
Cars
it in.
is.
Cars, correct. That's a good movie. Our Town by James Taylor in the soundtrack. Good song, too.
James Taylor.
Yeah.
Got a lot of good songs in a lot of movies.
Fire and Rain's a good song by
Remember
James
the
Taylor,
Titans.
too.
Yes. Any other ones you want to throw in before?
I dressed as Wally 2 years ago for Halloween.
2 years ago?
And Eden was Eve, so we'll roll with that one.
Wally, lock it in.
You're 4 for 4. I don't think I saw that one, but I know who Wally is.
Yeah?
The robot on the moon.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's right. What was that about? Like not littering, basically, was the moral behind that
the
story?
message?
Yeah.
Like protect the planet or something.
Yeah. Do you want to throw any more in there, Isaiah?
Before he just runs the table, apparently?
You might as well just run it.
I'm trying to... is Moana considered Pixar? I'm going to say That it is. Lock it in.
Moana is not a Pixar movie.
Really?
It's a Disney movie, but it's not.
See, now you got me a little. All right.
Let's flustered over there. I got more, Dylan. I don't want to blow this.
All right, let's
Strike
go.
one,
Let's go.
Moana.
Bug's Life is Pixar.
That's a good one.
Lock it in.
I believe A Bug's Life was the very first Pixar movie.
Yes. Maybe.
That actually would have been second. So Toy Story would have come out November of 95. Bug's Life was the second one, November of 98. But yes, that is number 5.
Okay.
I haven't seen that one either. That was BC.
See, now you have me questioning between Disney and Pixar stuff.
Yeah.
Because I know Frozen isn't. Frozen wouldn't be Pixar.
A Pixar, let's see. Pixar is a subsidiary of Walt Disney Studios, a division of the Disney Entertainment segment of the Walt Disney. Okay. So, like, there is a connection between Pixar and Disney.
For sure.
But they're separate.
For sure.
But they're, see, your teammate agrees, but they're separate.
Yeah.
Well, for someone who's ready to run the table, I'm hearing a lot of silence.
I was. Isaiah, any more?
I've got Up.
Up for sure. Yeah. Lock it in.
Up is a really good movie, and that is number 6.
Number 6, and we need 8.
You got two
I'm
strikes.
Shook. You have me shook.
Shooketh over there?
You have me shook and like doubting what are Pixar and what's not now.
Pixar, I feel like, are the more like...
I call them like the animated films.
Yes. They're kind of like... A lot of them are like not as childlike, I would say.
They're not as cartoony.
They're like a step up. Sometimes they involve superheroes.
Yeah? Like who?
Like The Incredibles.
The Incredibles.
How'd you not pick up on that hint?
Yes.
That's number 7.
Yes.
The Incredibles 2 came out a couple of years ago.
What else we got? I'm trying to think of...
Wow, by a couple of years ago, I meant 2018. Good God. Am I that washed?
I guess.
That I say a couple of years ago for something that happened 8 years ago?
You said you're already get off my lawn guy, and you don't even have a lawn yet. So.
Oh, God, yeah. No. I'll be a homeowner one day, but not now.
You got to move out of Dublin.
Yeah,
so you can afford it.
Yeah, there ain't no way I'm getting a lawn in Dublin. Are you kidding me?
I have a condo in Dublin. I don't upkeep the lawn.
I have a Dublin address right now.
Yes.
Not a homeowner. Okay? Just to be clear. So, name 8 Pixar movies, not counting sequels. You guys got 7 so far. You've only used 1 strike.
We need 1 more.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be a lot easier.
That's what they all say.
Let's see what else we got. What have we not thought of? Because I feel like a lot of them came out around the same time period. Like the ones we mentioned, Monsters, Inc., Incredibles. Those came out. If my sister is listening right now, I haven't looked at my phone because I don't want you to think I'm cheating. She is probably cursing me out.
Yeah, and
now she's a Disney adult. My sister's probably been Disney.
Well, shame on her.
She has a daughter, but she's 20 years old now. But I would guess they've been to Disney or on a Disney cruise at least 50 times in her life.
50?
Yeah, it's like that.
She definitely has a lawn if she's going to Disney World that many times.
They either go Disney World, Disney Cruise, or Disney World every year.
No viewing the YouTube chat. Somebody in the YouTube chat did submit an answer that you guys have not said yet, and it's correct.
I think I've got 2 in the chamber here.
Okay, what do you got?
I've got Finding Nemo, which I'm pretty certain. I've also got, because I was talking about this recently with Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
Love that movie.
Let's go with Ratatouille. Lock her in.
Bang! You guys win.
And Finding Nemo is one.
Yes,
Finding
it is.
Dory would be one as well. Does that not count as one? That's a different name? That's a sequel?
So that was going... So I would have originally in the game counted both Finding Nemo and Finding Dory because that is a sequel of a different name. And so I was going to give you that because I thought that'd be like a decent thing to do just because I'm like, I'm asking him movies from like... 15, 20 years ago. Like, I know he has a daughter. Anyway, so the reason that I wanted to do this is because I was thinking on my drive in, because my brother asked me this question yesterday about your favorite movies from your childhood. I contend that we are of a tremendous generation. Holy cow, look at the time. All right, we'll roll this into the next segment. But 2 things. Our generation is in a really good spot in terms of passing down our movies to our kids one day.
Okay.
In a much better spot than our parents were with us because they're like some of the stuff, like absolutely not. Also, I am 100% buying this incoming quarterback draft class for 2027. There have been a lot of false hope over the past 2 years. I'm all in on this one, and I'm not backing down from it. We'll talk about it next. Keep it here, 97.1 The Fan.
The Buckeyes are ranked number 1, so let's talk about them. Endless Buckeye conversation awaits you on your home for Ohio State athletics. The Fan.
It's likely you've made peace with the congestion that greets you every morning. The snoring your partner stopped mentioning. It feels unfixable, but it isn't. For most, it's a nasal breathing problem that's treatable for good.
I'm Dr. Kandula, founder of Advent. Advent can deliver long-term results in about 20 minutes with simple in-office procedures. We diagnose and treat the root cause of nasal congestion, sinus pressure, sleep apnea, snoring, and allergies. 96% of patients with severe nasal breathing issues report improvement, and most major insurance plans are accepted.
Wake up and smell the life you've been missing. The family picnic, the run by the lake, the fresh cut grass. Breathe deep, sleep through the night, and step into every day sharper and more present. It's time for a new beginning. It's the advent of your best life.
Hey, Jerry, remember when you invented that tiny bit of paper at the start of a new roll of sticky tape that helps you find the end?
Ah, yes, the Jerry tab. Too bad the name never caught on.
But it makes the thing you already paid for more useful.
And makes your life more enjoyable.
So I thought we could make people's lives more enjoyable when they call us to do plumbing work on their home. Get Eco. ECO. If you get Eco to replace your water heater, our helpful plumbers will do up to $500 worth of additional plumbing work for free while we're there.
The job's too little to call a plumber for, but you really want a plumber to fix.
Get Eco. ECO. And if you need something bigger done, we'll give you $500 off the cost of that.
Wait, we could put a Jerry tab at the beginning of every toilet paper roll. I could be famous after all.
Get Eco. ECO. Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
Home of the Jerry tab.
GetEco.com.
One bite in, you'll be saying, that's hot as fire. Speedway's new Hottest Fire Chicken Sandwich turns up the temp. Eat the heat for $4.99 only at Speedway. Valid through 8/25/26. Participating stores. Exclude Speedy Cafe. See app for full terms.
Every year, summer ends and the kids go back to school. This year, I'm going back too, at My Computer Career. They helped me get financial aid, and I got to choose online or on-campus classes to fit my needs. Now I'm on a fast track to a high-demand IT career where the rewards can finally match my value. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. That's mycomputercareer.edu. It's never too late to go back to school.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Tired of snoring? Sleep Better Columbus can help with a custom mouthpiece that opens your airway and stops the snoring. No mask, no noise. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com today. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better.
Bring bold flavor to every cookout with Billiards Plus. Shop top-of-the-line grills and turn every cookout into a win. Then bring the fun inside with pool tables, shuffleboard, and more. Everything for the ultimate game room. Billiards Plus. Grills, games, and good times. Online or on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Are you a smoker of delicious chicken wings? Then fire up your team for the Sunbury Smokin' Hot Wing and Music Fest, sponsored by the Fraternal Order of Eagles, 3614 in Sunbury. Join us October 3rd for a full day of wings, beer, music, and competition. Spots are limited, so register now at smokinghotevents.com. Best of all, you'll help support two incredible causes: Big Walnut Friends Who Share and the Ohio Fallen Heroes Memorial. So bring the smoke and sign up now. smokinghotevents.com. Common Man and Timmy here for our friends at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Mikey, there's so much fun this month. It's just fantastic.
We've got Sun-Kissed Summer Saturday drawings where you can win up to $500 in pen cash, plus all-you-can-eat crab legs still going on.
You mean the Canadian snow crab legs, corn on the cob, and Hawaiian rolls every Tuesday?
Of course. Plus the last Saturday in the month, play the Queen's Gamble for a chance to win up to $5,000 in pen cash.
5,000? Must be 21 to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Yes.
Nothing annoys me more than wasting time. Scotty Vegas here, and I want to be golfing or playing tennis or betting on people golfing and playing tennis. I hate waiting on an oil change, but that's all changed. Krieger Ford, the car buying experience was amazing. The service, just as good. I left my Bronco in the driveway and easily scheduled an oil change at KriegerFord.com, and they even came right to me and changed it. All game changer, the Krieger Ford experience. Experience that at KriegerFord.com.
When it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, call Newman Roofing. 614-NEW-ROOF. NewmanRoofing.com.
The Fan has a secret radio station. It's called The Fan 2. You can listen to the Bob and Tom Show, Jim Rome, and Buckeye stuff. Why do they pay me big money to whisper? The Fan 2 is on the Fan's HD2 channel and streaming on the Fan app. You're welcome. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We're creeping into those late August temperatures today with highs in the mid-70s. And you'll have lots of sunshine in your forecast today for the rest of your Sunday. Later this afternoon, we do have a chance of seeing an isolated shower. Getting into tomorrow and the next days, really nice morning temperatures as well. 50s for your mornings. It'll feel a little crisp outside, so it might be time to start bringing out those sweaters. I'm your 10 Weather Impact meteorologist, Lily Aldrich, with 97.1 The Fan.
Bo Bishop is a media legend. We have no idea where the other guys came from. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. Sports talk, weekend style. You're listening to Fan Sports Sunday.
Start talking on the radio right now. I turned your microphone on. Start talking.
Can't do that to me. I'm eating.
He took a bite as the rejoin was playing.
You're gonna bring us back from break.
I know.
I got like a whole 30 seconds.
Don't let me catch you slipping.
Talk.
I'll make my coworkers look bad. I don't care. I'll make myself look bad. The score, if you want to make myself look bad, the score is now 5-3-1.
You should see us in the morning. Me and Tyvis are chewing away, and Bones got to get a monologue ready because we're just eating Taco Bell or Bojangles or whatever we decided to get for breakfast that day.
I'm trying not to burp. I saw you do that in the last segment too. I saw you like kind of push your microphone away. I'm like, dude, me too. Eden, thank you. Is it 5-3?
Yes, thank you.
All right, so you just took bite number one of slice or number two.
Yes.
Bite number one of slice number two.
I mean, we're gonna eat.
Isaiah, are you tapped out at 3?
I think I might have one more piece.
She brought us like 2 mediums, right? I think we can eat it all by 2 o'clock.
Okay, that would require, so it's 16 slices. So if you both have
That's
5,
a lot.
if you both have 5, I could definitely have 6 because I've had 5 already.
I feel like there's not that many slices left out there. Maybe someone came by and swooped a piece.
We got security in the building.
Yeah.
Perhaps. So I think, I've always thought this, like when I was a kid, that like when our parents would show us movies or like old TV shows or something, I found it to be very, very difficult for me and my high and mighty standard for high definition to overcome. Certainly, like if they're showing us like black and white stuff, heck
Cole,
no.
I think you were saying this before the break. I think every generation thinks what you're saying.
No, oh, there's a difference. There's such a difference.
Everyone thinks that their stuff was better than the generation before, and
True.
this is going to stand the test of time better than the
No.
I don't think it's going
except
to.
our generation will. You don't understand. So, yes. so the previous generations before us, whenever our parents tried to like show us old movies and stuff, it'd be like, this doesn't look anything like the stuff that I'm watching. I think our generation, I'm 27. Are you 33?
Yeah, I'll be 34 tomorrow.
Are you happy early birthday?
Thanks.
Are you 28 yet?
Yeah.
Okay. When was your birthday?
July.
Happy late and early birthday to the both of you. I got you nothing. I'm sorry. But I contend that our kid, and you have a 7-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
I think you could put on movies from our childhood.
Yeah, like she likes Toy Story, for example.
Yeah. And they will especially like animated stuff.
Yeah.
It will aesthetically look like something that they would be used to watching, so it wouldn't make a difference to them if it was from 2023 or 2003.
Until 10 years from now when she's watching everything on her VR headset and she's completely interacting with all her surroundings while
you can't get on me for
media.
being a kid who had a movie who had a movie screen in his car if your daughter's going to be driving around with a VR headset watching film.
I think it'll be more normal then. I mean, it kind of is now. There's plenty of kids that do stuff on VR headsets now, watch movies and play games and stuff. Not mine, but maybe like your neighbors in Dublin. I live in Dublin too. I can't say that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, look
Spoiled, the two of you.
He's still holding on tight to Highland, though. Yeah,
I don't forget where I came from.
Moves to Dublin and then starts crapping on me for always being from Dublin.
Sometimes I take Gianna to a restaurant in a less fortunate neighborhood to humble the situation a little bit. I'm like, you don't need to have nice things all the time.
Like a...
Yeah, I'm like, look
like a dangerous neighborhood?
Maybe like borderline.
So I see the vision with that because you do want to give your kids perspective.
Yeah.
However, I don't know if I'd be willing to sacrifice safety for that.
Well, gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. I mean, like, you live to tell about it, so everything's all good. Nothing happened.
It worked out.
But I don't know. There's just something about, like, feeling unsafe that's is this worth it?
The last time I did it, I took her to Chipotle. It was on, like, Cleveland Avenue and 161. And there was two reasons why I did it. One was because I wanted a more authentic Chipotle experience, if you get what I'm saying.
I think I get what you're saying. Are you talking about the employees?
Yes.
Okay.
And two, I was like...
You're ridiculous. The recipe's the same, man. Come on.
It all comes in a frozen bag.
Yeah. You think that they're doing it differently?
Yeah, the way they're prepping it.
You can say that.
Yeah, the way I think...
Because you're Gonzalez.
Yeah, the people prepping it. I want it to be, someone who looks a little like me. It's all I'm saying.
Representation.
Yes.
In the Chipotle kitchen.
Yeah, same thing with the authentic stuff. Like the authentic Mexican stuff or any Hispanic stuff. I'm like, I would like if they looked like me. I would know that I would trust it more.
You know what? People have their comfort zones.
Yes.
And that's one of them. People, and this is a general statement, and this can apply to a lot of things. And I think that this actually applies greatly to the workplace. It's like people like to be around people who remind them of themselves and remind them of home. And so for you, it'd be hanging out with Latinos. Like that would make it. And as you put it, apparently specifically at Chipotle, because you think it'll affect the taste of your meal. Okay. I contend that the recipe is the same at every single Chipotle, probably in America.
Yeah, not so much Chipotle as the actual.
If it makes you feel more at home, then okay.
Because if not, it's Chipointless, is what someone has told me one time.
That's a stupid joke, but I like your Puerto Rico shirt, by the way.
It's a dad joke. Thank you. I'm thinking about going to the Latino Festival over at Geneva Park. Geneva? What's the park right by Cosi? Whatever that park's called. They're having a Latino festival right now.
Oh, right now?
Yes, right at this very moment.
You're going to go there from here?
I'm thinking about it. I'm considering it. So that's why I wore my Puerto Rico shirt, just in case.
My brother texted me and asked me if I wanted to play tennis.
Oh, you're like an active tennis player?
No, so I was about to say I'm more of a pickleball player, but then
I retired from pickleball.
I played once this entire summer, and it was last week. So I can't even really advocate for myself as a pickleball player. But with my brother, we got new tennis rackets on Amazon, and so we want to go use them. And so I'm kind of I got two things going on this afternoon at the same time. I have a scheduled tennis just to get out. It's a nice day. Yeah, I think I could probably check the weather to see if it's going to hold out.
I think it is, and it's like in the 70s.
Because you're
not going to burn either.
We haven't had many of them.
No, it's either been excruciatingly hot or for the past 2 weeks, raining.
The spring was unbelievably freezing, and then the summer was unbelievably rainy. So if it's a nice day out, let's go out, hit the tennis ball around, get excited for the U.S. Open coming around. Yannick Sinner's not playing that. Carlos Alcaraz is. So I'm getting all warmed up for tennis.
Thank you for our weekly tennis update.
But I know, but hey, I kept it short, okay? But I'm simultaneously trying to be okay, how do I win this pizza eating competition and then go play tennis with my brother at the same time?
No one challenged you.
No, but it's
You're already so far ahead.
Well, you challenged us all to clear it out amongst the three of us.
We still have an hour and a half to do it.
Also, one of my friends just texted me when I was looking at my brother's text messages. He goes, "This conversation on the fan is wild right now." I think that's about you preferring that Latinos make your Chipotle meals.
Yeah. I prefer they make all my meals, to be honest.
That's fine. Again, it reminds you of home.
Yes.
And I'd just like to be clear. Dylan Gonzalez said that. Okay.
You sound like
just in
T-Bone.
case,
It's okay.
Just in case there's. Hey, I want you to ask T-Bone on Monday, which is tomorrow. Ask him, what's a more popular sports league, the MLS or the WNBA? Just watch him scramble.
He might combust.
because he's going to be, if you want to see him argue against himself for an entire segment, he could probably do that. Because we were talking in the past commercial. I don't know what we were talking. Oh, we're talking about Caitlin Clark.
I was hating on Caitlin Clark, yes.
We can talk about that in 2 minutes. God, I wish I had the audio cut up of who's the WNBA player who was like yelling at the fans for throwing sex toys, because the sex toys have come back. And one of the
it's unbelievable.
Yeah. I don't want to say what she said, because again, this is the whole Gonzalez can say the Spanish thing. It's like, that girl can say what she said. I don't want to be the one to say it, but if she plays it, or if I play it and she says it, then it's more of like me being a reporter, and I'm just like giving the news to the people of like, hey, this is what's going on in sports right now.
Right.
I don't know if the WNBA is like half of what they're doing isn't even sports. I don't think.
No. Okay. You know what?
Maybe 70% of what they're doing isn't really sports right now. 30% is the games.
I have. Sophie Cunningham was so correct about that. Okay, we'll talk about that. We're not going to have the audio, but it's not hard to find. What's her name? Like Natasha Cloud or something like that?
I don't know who she is.
That's you know what? To be honest with you, same. But WNBA makes its way into my algorithm sometimes. We'll talk about that, and we'll eventually get to talking about how this quarterback class is going to impact. It's good for the Browns, at least. So we'll give you some positive Browns news after the beginning of the show was very negative about the Browns, but we'll have some fun with this. Keep it here. We're only 2 minutes away. 97.1 The Fan.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible, but Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the Columbus community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JP Morgan Chase Bank, NA member FDIC.
AR, you know what I tell everybody who asks me about buying a car?
What's that?
Go to McDaniel GM Superstore. I did, and it was smooth. No hidden fees. Everything laid out up front from the jump.
That's the way it should be. And right now, they've got a deal on the 26 Traverse that's hard to pass up.
Lease one for as low as $435 a month.
Plenty of room, the Chevy reliability, and a payment that actually makes sense.
Terms and conditions apply for qualified buyers. McDaniel GM Superstore, just north on 23 off Route 95 in Marion, or McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Whoa, what's all this? These screens, the food?
All for the game, bro.
Dude, let us pitch in.
No need. I've got it all covered. With T-Mobile, I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet.
No way. Really?
Yep, and the price of my plan won't change for 5 years.
Wow, I'm definitely switching to T-Mobile.
Goal!
Here to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle fast, easy to set up, all-in 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. And your plan price? Guaranteed for 5 years. Stay connected con tu gente and catch every match with T-Mobile. Join now at T-Mobile.com.
Price guarantee on talk, text, and 5G data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits may take up to 2 bill cycles and will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans.
All the Ohio State conversation you can handle. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
Your Ohio State flagship station. The Fan. Your go-to destination for Buckeye football talk all year round. This is Fan Sports Sunday.
All right. Let's go around the room. And this is just a simple question. When women's basketball started to hit its zenith. Wow. I'm going to big word alert myself for that one.
Nice.
Thank you.
That's one of my favorites, by the way.
Zenith?
Yes.
When it started to hit its zenith, I'd say, well, I guess this would have been immediately after the Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese kind of stare down or whatever when she hit the John Cena on her. So
that was in college, though. That was during the national championship game or the Final Four.
Yeah. But the butterfly effect of that one viral clip and everything that it has turned into, like the entire sport owes so much to that moment of Angel Reese antagonizing Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are the bird and magic of the WNBA, and the fact that the NBA Finals was pre-taped in the 70s.
Yeah.
And then Magic and Bird came along and made it so that TV networks actually wanted to make it live because there were actual stars to watch. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese have had the same effect on the WNBA. And I know people are out there saying that that's a stupid statement. The WNBA now has a $3 billion media rights deal. The time to make fun of them is like long past. Like they're making money. People wanted to say the NBA was carrying them all this time. Sure, whatever, yada, yada, yada. All that's over. They have their own stars. They make their own money. Like it's a bona fide sports league now. There's no reason for anyone to hate on it.
I agree and I disagree at the same time. You said some stuff that I definitely agree with. However, let me ask the question. Go around the room. When women's basketball became popular, so that would have been like the year after. So I don't know that because they were all still in college.
It would have been like it would have been like 2023,
right? Thereabout. So they all came back to. So look up the draft. It may have been the 2024 draft class, but yeah, because this would be year 3 of Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
And so so the 2024 draft class, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, locally, J.C. Sheldon, Ricky Jackson was a big name, Camila Cardoso. So like that draft class. Did you guys think, because I did, that the WNBA was going to kind of shed its skin a little bit and be viewed as just a basketball league? Because obviously the not that I'm like supporting these jokes, but all of the punchlines were, like it's the get in the kitchen league, it's this and that, and so
I don't have an answer to that question because I've always supported it. I understand why people didn't.
No, I don't mean you personally. Yeah. I mean like the general perception. Like,
I think there's some people that still aren't there yet now.
Well, of course there are still people who aren't there now, but I'm trying to speak generally here. As
the average sports fan,
Did you think the WNBA would be here's the way to phrase it. When Caitlin became popular and Angel Reese became popular, did you think the WNBA would kind of shed its punchline type of reputation and be accepted more for the basketball than anything else?
No, because I just always felt like there'd be dudes out there that just would hate on it just because. But because if you go on Twitter, I get what you're trying to say. I just don't really have a firm answer because if you go on Twitter, there's still people that just hate on it no matter what. It could be a highlight that has nothing to do with any of the drama that's been going on and people still have something stupid to say about it.
Did you think that the WNBA was going to completely shift its reputation?
I don't know. It's a tough question because I think I was expecting Caitlin Clark to make like a huge boost to it. But
she has.
And she absolutely has. But I didn't expect it to all of a sudden like blow up in popularity. I think it's superseded what I even thought it would do. I think it's gone farther and became more popular than I expected it to. Because when Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese were at their height in the college basketball, no one was still watching the other games. Because it wasn't the same.
I think the point you're trying to get to is that like it is more talked about now and more popular, but maybe not the reasons why we thought
exactly.
It would be.
And so I agree with a lot of what Zeke said too, and it did supersede even what I thought. And I did take it seriously. I don't want to, maybe did's not the right word because I don't want to sound like I don't. But there is something to the element, and Sophie Cunningham had a quote that I do not have at the ready because I did not know we were going to be talking about this, but that's the fun part of this is that this is all improv. Like we plan, and then once the show starts once it's 11 o'clock, we're improvising. But Sophie Cunningham had a quote with the media a couple weeks ago where she's like, yeah, it's kind of weird. Like the WNBA media wants to talk about everything except basketball. And so when you circle back to the original moment of Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, Iowa versus LSU in the national championship, it's like that entire moment was popular because of racial conflict. So
that had a lot to do with it. Yeah.
Knowing what we know now, like, should we be surprised that all of the and even the rookie of the year race between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese was rooted in racial conflict. So like, should we be really surprised that the height, no, you use the word zenith, that the zenith of WNBA basketball it has a lot to do with racial conflict and, who's fighting who and sexual conflict. And now we have Royce Wade and Enes Kanter trying to apply to get into the WNBA draft. It's like, if you think about it, the elevation of women's basketball and what it was directly tied to wasn't even about basketball. It was about Could you tell me the stats that Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese had in that game? I didn't know who Angel Reese was until that. I definitely knew who Caitlin Clark was. I did not know who Angel Reese was until that exact moment. And I can't even promise you she was the best player on that team. Wasn't that Flage girl on that or something? She was a pretty good player.
They were pretty.
I don't know who was better.
Yeah.
But like the conflict, and maybe you could say this about every sport too. So this is not exclusive to the WNBA, because let's be real, especially like in this market. Not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but I just want to get this in just for fairness. Like football, I feel like the football actually takes precedent. And then if we're going to talk about anything NBA or MLB related on Columbus radio, it's going to be because of a story that isn't exactly tied to the actual sport. It's going to be, hey, something interesting happened.
Right.
Hey, Tommy Pham and Dane Myers are beefing at each other because Dane Myers dropped a fly ball to end the game or something like that. So this point that I'm trying to make, just in fairness, you could extrapolate it beyond the WNBA. But since we found ourselves into a WNBA discussion, it's like, yeah, if you think about it, the league's popularity was surrounded by a racial conflict.
Yeah. If we're being grown-ups about this, we can say 80% of the WNBA is women of color. That's just facts. That's not something I'm pulling out of my bottom. That's factual. Okay.
I believe you.
So when they have 20 years of trying to build a league, and then all of a sudden there's a white player who comes along that all of a sudden a lot of people are declaring before she even steps foot on the court, oh, she's the best player in the WNBA, which she's not.
No,
but a lot of people say that she is, and that
the best player on her own team.
I think
Isn't Kelsey Mitchell, who's went here, by the way.
Yes, and so like when you have that going on, there is people that are gonna get very sensitive about it and make it a racial thing. To me, it's not a racial thing. It's the fact that she's been declared the savior of the league that I think was already on the up and up. Like her timing, along with the rise of the NBA, are kind of like they kind of correlate. I think it's correlation, not causation, in my opinion. So it's like when that happens, it's like, oh yeah, they wouldn't even be on first class flights if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark. That's not true.
Are you sure about that?
I am sure about that. Do you think them getting a $3 billion media deal that lasts 10 years is all on the back of one player that's played good year in the WNBA, two if you count this year?
I see the point you're making. But so you're making the argument that whatever...
She's not the only star in the league and people act like she is.
No.
Asia Wilson is clearly the best player in the WNBA. People act like it's Caitlin Clark.
But, dude... No one cared.
I'm not saying she's helping it. She's not helping a lot, but she's not the only cause of the WNBA blowing up, more people talking about it, them getting more money when it comes to TV rights, this, that, and the other, attendance going up. Everything's on the rise with them, and it happened around the same time that Caitlin Clark came, but it doesn't mean that it's purely because of Caitlin Clark.
No, and you know what? Even in the argument that I'm trying to make, I'm actually saying the most important player in WNBA history is Angel Reese.
Okay.
I'm dead serious. I'm 100% dead serious. The point that I'm trying to make.
Needs a villain?
Yes. And Angel Reese is one of the worst villains ever, because even after that, she was due for a social media crash out and cry fest like once a month. So she couldn't even handle being the villain that she turned herself into, and then tried to blame everybody else for it. So she wasn't even good at it. Although I think she's kind of mellowed out now. So, we're talking about like 3-year-old topics. But Angel Reese, again, not even for basketball reasons, but for antagonizing Caitlin Clark, she turned Caitlin Clark into something that even Caitlin Clark could not have been solely by herself. And those two have turned this league into a talking point. That now, your point about like the finances were always messed up and they were always going to get corrected at some point anyway, I'll give you that point. So to say that like some of the stuff was like long overdue, that point's understood. But so I can't tell you what the financial agreement would have been if that never happened.
Right.
So Caitlin Clark's basketball is what made her popular. Angel Reese, I don't want to say she picked a racial conflict, but that's what it turned into. I'm not saying she orchestrated it on purpose, but that's what it turned into. And to be fair, you made the Bird and Magic analogy. You could probably make a racial conflict out of that.
Yeah.
an East Coast, West Coast, like here's the team with like 4 white guys and here's the team with, more black guys.
Yeah.
It's like there was probably racial conflict in that.
I'm sure.
In terms of just like the general perception. But there's no question. Angel Reese turned Caitlin Clark into something that she could never have come up with just by herself.
And here's the thing.
That moment has elevated women's basketball into something. And as we look back on it, that wasn't even about basketball. So are we shocked that all of these talking points now aren't about basketball, or that they're about like race and sex and gender? It's like, that's kind of how this all started anyway.
It's so funny because like, I feel like you're either on the Caitlin Clark train or you're not. Like, she's so polarizing. She might be the most polarizing figure in sports right now, because it's like, look at all the stuff she does. Like last night she had a play where they were down 3 with like 35 seconds left. She drives, she misses a layup. She goes on the defensive end. She gets a frustration foul, and then she yells at the ref.
No, she sucks, dude.
And none of her fans are going to be like, oh man, that was a low IQ play. They're just saying, oh no, she was right. She should have. She's always getting fouled and never getting it called. Like, you're either on her side or you're not, and that's just that. That's just the way that it is. You're not going to flip people. It's kind of like the same thing with like LeBron or Jordan, whoever. Like,
no, dude.
And you're either on their side or you're not, and there's no in between.
This is a basketball-specific issue. There are few things that annoy me more than an athlete who will not stop talking to the refs and just play. And Caitlin Clark is as bad as LeBron and Russell Westbrook and James Harden. She's right up there with them all. And that is one of the most unattractive, unappealing things to see in an athlete, is someone who will not just take it and freaking just go play the game, dude.
Right.
So I'm not, she's not like public enemy number 1 for me the way she is on your show, apparently. But ask T-Bone, what's more popular, the WNBA or MLS? I'd be curious to hear his answer. And I'll listen to the entire segment, because it will take him an entire segment to answer that question. Holy cow, look at the time. We got to go. We'll be back in a few minutes. Again, I'll actually get to it this time. The Browns, here, you know what? This is how I'll tease it. Isaiah will like this. The Browns are in a better position than the Steelers. I said it, and I'll explain it next. 97 on the Fan.
Big voice guy here to remind you that you're listening to The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Okay, thanks. I have 3 more seconds. Bye-bye.
When your furnace or air conditioner stops working, you can always rely on Atlas Butler to get it up and running the same day. So why not depend on Atlas Butler for all your plumbing needs? Our expert plumbers can take care of anything from a clogged drain to a broken water heater. We work on all brands of water heaters and plumbing equipment. One call does it all.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. You know High Bank Distillery Co. for its award-winning spirits, but let's talk about the food. 3 incredible restaurants across Central Ohio, happy hour with handcrafted cocktails, brunch worth planning your weekend around, dinner made from seasonal ingredients, and now even more gluten-free menu items, so there's truly something for everyone. Making it a family night, Mondays feature $5 kids meals all day long. Great food, award-winning drinks, and a vibe that keeps people coming back. Find your location and menu at highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Everybody thinks they're a great driver. Outlaw Motor Speedway gives you the chance to prove it. Experience professional racing simulators, full motion rigs, and some of the world's iconic tracks right here in Grandview. Race your friends, join a league, or bring the office out for an unforgettable corporate event. And when the checkered flag drops, keep the night going with great food and drinks here or next door at Agave and Rye. Then climb back in the driver's seat and see who's got what it takes. Book your race today at outlawsimracing.com.
Leon was about to leave the military.
My biggest concern was, what am I going to do next?
He found out about My Computer Career and their military transition program.
The Cyber Warrior program takes you from not knowing anything about a computer at all to being a subject matter expert.
How long is that going to take?
In the span of 4 months, I was able to get 4 different certifications.
4 months? Leon's advice?
Highly recommended.
Become a certified cyber warrior in just months at mycomputercareer.edu. This is one student's experience. Individual results vary. VA education benefits available to those who qualify.
One bite in, you'll be saying, that's hot as fire. Speedway's new Hottest Fire Chicken Sandwich turns up the temp. Eat the heat for $4.99 only at Speedway. Valid through 8/25/26. Participating stores. Exclude Speedy Cafe. See app for full terms.
I'm Ben. As a licensed Kroger pharmacist, I'm committed to helping you choose the right vaccines for you and your family. Whether you have questions about the flu, RSV, or COVID vaccines, our team is ready to go above and beyond for you when it comes to providing personalized care and seasonal vaccine education. No appointment needed, At Kroger, we're here to look out for you. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. See site or pharmacy for details.
I take care of the kids, my dad, things at work, but I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression. Go to mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve. A message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
Welcome back to Yeah, That's a Pepper Thing. First up, we've got Harrison wrapping his Dr. Pepper in a tiny quilt so it feels at home. Oh, how tender. That's a Pepper Thing. And over to Becca, who's whispering affirmations to her can.
You're sweet. You're unique. You're the best thing I ever poured over ice.
She swears it makes it taste better. It's not a science thing, but it's a Pepper Thing. Why do they all do it? All for that sweet, delicious, truly one-of-a-kind taste of Dr. Pepper. It's a Pepper Thing.
Bring bold flavor to every cookout with Billiards Plus. Shop top-of-the-line grills and turn every cookout into a win. Then bring the fun inside with pool tables, shuffleboard, and more. Everything for the ultimate game room. Billiards Plus. Grills, games, and good times. Online or on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Disasters strike. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. Direct Relief delivers. No politics, no red tape. Direct Relief is a lifeline to people in crisis. So check them out at directrelief.org. And if you can, donate.
Trust isn't built in a day. It's built over years of showing up, doing the right thing, and standing behind every promise. For 34 years, that's exactly what Newman Roofing has done for families across Central Ohio. We know inviting a contractor to your home is a big decision. That's why we believe every homeowner deserves honest, transparent communication and a team that's there to educate you, not pressure you. The goal is simple. Deliver a white glove customer experience that leaves you just as confident in the process as you are in the finished product. That commitment has earned Newman Roofing the honor of being voted City Scene Magazine's Best Roofing Company 5 years in a row. This award represents something more important than just recognition. It represents the trust of our neighbors. So, if you're considering a new roof, siding, or gutters, choose the local company that's spent more than 3 decades putting families first. Newman Roofing. Call 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube, along with those fake YouTube ads like Chew This Gum and It Grows New Teeth. Experience the splendor of Bo sitting in his closet, Timmy Hall's gouty gold chains, and Matty Ice wearing a coat in 90-degree weather. It's all there. Head to YouTube and subscribe today. The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by KDHVAC, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan. It's sports conversation, but with a drink and umbrella as a garnish. This is Fan Sports Sunday.
Yeah, you're going to be hearing my voice over this music in a couple weeks. As I'm breaking
is this the update music as well?
This is the Saturday morning game day update music.
Are we that poor of a station that we have
Crank
to be
it back up.
recycling music like this?
I'm Cole Bartimus. Utah is playing BYU in the Holy War. Is Devin Dampier still there? Bear Bachmeyer wears number 47, and he has 47 rushing yards and 47 passing yards.
By the way, my daughter did a cheerleading camp last week, and they were able to showcase their skills at a freshman scrimmage later in the week. So they did the cheer camp Monday through Wednesday, and then this freshman scrimmage was on Thursday. I saw one of the kids on the team was playing quarterback and wearing number 47, and I was like, is this where we're at in society right now?
Bachmeyer.
That he is like influencing a generation to wear number 47 at quarterback. I hate not traditional numbers, especially at quarterback. Like when Devin Brown was here, I was like, I was happy he went away. If he would have just been number
33.
If he just would have wore number 11 or 10, I would have been cool with Devin Brown. But nah. He had what was he? 37? Whatever the hell he was wearing, 20 something. I don't even remember.
I think he was 33, right?
Yeah,
33. Then he, then once he did that and then the burn the boat stuff, I was like, bro, get out of here. I don't want to see you ever again. And now he's playing at Weber State.
So you don't have to see him ever again.
Yes. Unless I'm scrolling through ESPN Plus and want to catch a Weber State game.
Yeah.
Where's Weber State? Is it in Kansas?
Ogden, Utah.
Utah.
Yeah.
Close.
Do you know who lived... all three of us know somebody who lived, I think he said down the street from Weber State. However, he may have just been kind of, exaggerating that.
Oh, it was Timmy Hall.
He went there, didn't he?
Tim Hall.
I've been told
You know
that
what?
He attended Weaver State University.
Come to think of it, he may have told me that too.
Yeah.
He may have said that he attended it for 1 year and then transferred to Kansas.
Yeah. He must have been pumped when Devin Brown went there after he had to find a boat after he burned them all.
Okay. We are. I'm looking at the clock. I'm thinking about what you just said, and I have a new tangent I want to talk about. All right.
Just get to
the Browns Steelers thing is next segment. I got a new hot take. I do not think that it's like this guarantee that Lincoln Kienholz is going to be great at Louisville. And I think everybody else is acting like he's like a slam dunk, like, oh man, you know, he was just barely not good enough to be the quarterback at Ohio State, which means that he's going to be great anywhere else. I'm not buying this whole thing that, and by the way, there are a ton of quarterback transfers because there's only one who's on the field. But I don't buy this thing in college football that the hometown fan base, and Devin Brown is the glowing example of this. I believe, I almost said Lenore Sellers. Who's the other guy? Aaron Noland. Aaron Noland. Aaron Noland has transferred twice already. I believe he's at Memphis now.
Yeah.
Okay, so he went to South Carolina and he's out at Memphis. Like, if you couldn't win your starting job, even if you were, because Adam King said this on Rothman and Ice one time, and you're gonna believe this. Adam King once said that Lincoln Kienholz is the third best quarterback in the country.
Him say that. Yes,
he said,
I heard it live.
He said
I almost crashed my car.
Yep. Adam King said on Rothman and Ice one time, and this was like, this may have been the very first segment, or like the first month of his new segment that he has once a week with us.
So when he said this also would have been like right before Fernando Mendoza got hot. So Ohio State was undefeated. People weren't respecting Indiana yet.
No, I think this was actually before the season even started.
Was it?
Julian Sand was named the starter over Lincoln Kienholz.
Okay.
Adam King said that congrats Adam for getting engaged. So I'll give him something. Adam said that Lincoln Kienholz would win every other starting job in college football not named Ohio State or Texas. So he basically just said Julian's number 1, Archer's number 2, and Lincoln's number 3. And it just so happened that Ohio State had the number 1 and number 3 quarterback of the nation.
Right.
I don't buy that. So to circle it back to the main topic, I don't think Lincoln Kienholz, my expectations are not that high for him in Louisville.
So here's the thing. He's going to the ACC. So he's going to have an easier time than he would have if he was the starting quarterback at Ohio State, having to play a Big Ten schedule. But to that point that you're making, Ryan Day does a really good job of convincing us that there's a quarterback battle every other year. I don't think there was one last year. I think Julian Sane was the bona fide starter, and he was going to be, barring any dramatic occurrences in Buckeye fall camp.
Let me interrupt you right there, because Ryan Day did say, so we all saw after the spring game that Julian Sane had a better spring game than Lincoln Kienholz. We all saw that. Ryan Day was not tipping his hand whatsoever into the spring game until we all saw that. And then afterwards, Ryan Day admitted, he said, yeah, actually, Lincoln had a little bit of a leg up on Julian, but then the spring game had Julian had a leg up on Lincoln, so now they're back to 50-50.
I don't believe that, though.
Okay, I can see where you wouldn't believe that, because that's easy to say once it's 50-50 again.
And the thing with Ryan Day is he loves quarterback battles so much that he created one with the backup job last week. He just can't stop.
Tavian and
Fahey.
Luke Fahey, that's
Yes.
right. From California, I believe.
Yeah, he just loves quarterback battles so much that he created one out of thin air.
Was there any on your end when Lincoln went to Louisville? Any like, oh man, I'm gonna hate it if he's like if they got Louisville top 10 in the country?
No, I'm cheering for Lincoln. I hope he's good. And I think in the ACC, there's no reason not to be good. Do I think he's like a bona fide?
Well, it's Devin Brown. Cal's in the ACC.
Right. We had someone call in this morning that said he's an underdog Heisman candidate.
Lincoln Kienholz.
Right. Yes.
You know,
I think the Fan Calling Show.
Stop.
I think people are acting like the Joe Burrow situation is normal when that will never happen again.
Yeah, it's easy. Well, I want to give sports fans a little bit of sympathy here, because I'm not trying to like be too condescending, even though I just told that caller to stop. But we appreciate your participation with our shows. But here's the thing. The anomalies are easier to remember.
Yes.
And so it's easy to just skim off the top and be like, oh, man, Joe Burrow was a transfer. And then, who was second place to Joe Burrow in the Heisman Trophy? Jalen Hurts at Oklahoma. He was a transfer. The transfers are great. There are so many dudes who transfer. We are the only people who know who Devin Brown is. Okay?
Facts.
We are the only people in Columbus, Ohio. We're the only ones who know. I'm not even sure if Cal fans know who Devin Brown is because they got JKS. I'm being a little bit facetious with that, obviously, but there are so many transfers. There are so many transfers who have left Ohio State who you didn't know about. If you knew about them, you forgot about them. So it's like, not that Ohio State fans are like worried about Lincoln Kienholz and like, oh, are we going to regret this? Like, no one's thinking that.
Here's
right now.
my safe take.
But I'm just saying, like, isn't Louisville like in the top 25 right now?
They're projected to be like second or third in the ACC. A lot of people have them as like a dark horse playoff team. Like
a dark horse playoff team.
Yeah, because they're in the ACC.
We're laying it on a little thick, guys. Like transfers.
Would you be shocked if Louisville and Miami played in the ACC championship game? No. But here's my safe take about Lincoln Kienholz.
Who would be the second best team in the ACC?
SMU, people would say.
And then Louisville's third.
Yeah. But
I guess.
Lincoln Kienholz will be somewhere between Devin Brown and Joe Burrow. Yeah, take that.
Way to spike the football on me. All right. I promise you. Next segment. The Browns are in a better position than the Steelers. We'll see you then. 97.1 The Fan.
If the sound of another man slammed against plexiglass turns you on, you've come to the right place. Proud to be your home for Jackets hockey. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all of these rain chances going up. We're already tracking a few severe thunderstorm warnings.
We do have team coverage for you this morning, tracking outages and flooding.
Difficult for people to get out of their homes right now. Flood waters up to their knees.
Did you see that car? Yes. The wind flipped it over.
This is huge. The wind must have been so strong to rip this up out of the ground and take some of the sidewalk with it.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on the 10 TV app.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Nothing annoys me more than wasting time. Scotty Vegas here, and I want to be golfing or playing tennis or betting on people golfing and playing tennis. I hate waiting on an oil change, but that's all changed. Krieger Ford, the car buying experience was amazing. The service, just as good. I left my Bronco in the driveway and easily scheduled an oil change at KriegerFord.com, and they even came right to me and changed it. All game changer, the Krieger Ford experience. Experience that at KriegerFord.com.
Hey, Jerry, remember when you invented that tiny bit of paper at the start of a new roll of sticky tape that helps you find the end?
Ah, yes, the Jerry tab. Too bad the name never caught on.
But it makes the thing you already paid for more useful.
And makes your life more enjoyable.
So I thought we could make people's lives more enjoyable when they call us to do plumbing work on their home.
Get Eco. ECO.
If you get Eco to replace your water heater, our helpful plumbers will do up to $500 worth of additional plumbing work for free while we're there.
The job's too little to call a plumber for, but you really want a plumber to fix.
Get Eco. ECO.
And if you need something bigger done, we'll give you $500 off the cost of that.
Wait, we could put a Jerry tab at the beginning of every toilet paper roll. I could be famous after all.
Get Eco. ECO.
Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
Home of the Jerry tab.
GetEco.com.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. I'm Isaiah Jacob. The Browns dropped their second preseason game to the Bills yesterday, 31-7. Shedeur Sanders played the first half, completing 9 of 11 passes for 71 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Deshaun Watson played the third quarter, going 5 of 12 for 36 yards, also an interception. Watson received boos throughout his quarter of play. He commented on the crowd just after the game.
I think you guys know too, and I think the whole world knows. It has nothing to do about the performance. It's a little bit personal than that. So.
The Browns wrap up the preseason this Thursday at 8 against the Patriots. In baseball, the Guardians picked up their third straight win last night, beating the Rockies 4-3. They'll meet again this afternoon at 3:10. The Reds also picked up a win yesterday, beating the Diamondbacks 11-5. They'll close out the series this afternoon at 4:15.
Are you still in your pajamas? We are. You're listening to Fan Sports Sunday.
Well, shoot. I was all looking forward to telling everybody. Well, I mean, I wasn't, because I'm a Steelers fan. But I was looking forward to telling everybody about how the Browns were in a better position than the Steelers.
Bro, you've teased it 4 times.
I know. And here's what happened.
What happened?
I refresh my X For You page. Adam Schefter. The Browns are placing starting defensive end Alex Wright on season-ending injured reserve with a ruptured Achilles. Dude, Alex Wright was good.
Yeah.
Like, really good last year.
Probably going to be a bright spot for the defense.
I was watching Browns games last year. Of course, you know, your eyes gravitate toward Myles Garrett.
Right.
But I'm like, who's this 91 dude?
Yeah.
Well, let me make sure it's number 91 so I don't embarrass
He
myself.
is.
Okay, thank God. But I'm like, who's this 91 dude? Like, this is like making some plays on the D-line. And so, well, I guess that helps the overall point that I was... Actually, you know what? This does help the Browns being in a better position. Because my whole point was the Steelers and what are they going to do at quarterback next year? At least the Browns are going to be one of the teams who are drafting a quarterback, because I've come to this conclusion, fellas. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it too. I am actually buying all of the hype about next year's draft class when it comes to the quarterbacks. We got duped back-to-back years. So we had Cam Ward and Jackson Dart, and Jackson Dart went like in the 20s. So there was a gigantic gap between those two. So a very thin quarterback class 2 years ago. And then this past year, Fernando Mendoza and
Ty Simpson.
Ty Simpson's not even going to be a starter.
No.
So so we got back-to-back thin quarterback classes, and we got duped. You know, fool me can't get fooled again, except this year, I am actually buying it, and here's why. I think last year, with the quarterback class, they were trying to bump up people who we didn't think were good. Now, you said that you thought Cade Klubnik was God. Well, guess what? Didn't work out. I was not buying it with Cade Klubnik. It was a bunch of guys who had been starters who they were projecting growth from, but weren't already there.
Yeah.
They were projecting growth from Drew Aller, but he was not already there. They were projecting another year of growth from Garrett Nussmeier, was not already there. They were projecting growth from Cade Klubnik, was not already there.
Lenore Sellers. Yeah.
The growth was not already there. I think this year we are going to see, and we had never seen Arch Manning, period.
Right.
I think this year we have guys who we are much more comfortable saying these guys are good quarterbacks. Arch Manning, okay, I kind of see the vision on him a little bit. I'm not freaking out about him, but I take Arch Manning seriously.
Okay,
I don't.
I've been a huge Arch Manning ally. Big fan of the Manning family over here in general. I think people of Columbus' perception of Arch Manning is a little off because they saw how bad he looked in Columbus last year.
Yes,
the
that was
last
week 1.
6 to 8 games of Arch Manning, go watch those.
That's what Joe Klatt said.
Yeah.
Joe Klatt said the back half of the season, Arch Manning was a top 3 quarterback in college football. And I'll take his word for it. I wasn't watching every Arch Manning game.
Uncle Bo Bishop, he was at the NFL Combine, and he said that if Arch Manning would have came out, he would have been the number 1 pick over Fernando Mendoza. That was the buzz at the Combine.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
So
so you don't take him seriously at all?
I take him seriously, but I take him seriously just like I would have taken Cade Klubnik seriously last year. Because when was Cade Klubnik
that's
crowned
not very
great?
serious.
The year before?
The playoffs.
Yeah, in the playoffs.
In the playoffs. And he had a great end of his season. It was awesome. Everybody loved Cade Klubnik when he was playing in the playoffs. And then this following season, he was just meh on a Clemson team that was meh. And Arch Manning was bad first half of last season, really good the second half. But can we put a whole season together?
I have a new candidate for that exact profile that you just described. But we'll get to that in a second. But Dante Moore. Can we all agree that we take him seriously?
Big fan of Dante Moore.
Yes.
Okay.
And Oregon this year in general.
Dante Moore established good heading into the year. Do we all agree CJ Carr is good? Don't let me down. Stop it.
Man.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel
Don't make me
about
start
him.
cutting microphones.
Listen,
I will turn off microphones.
I just don't know how I feel about him as a pro prospect. I think he's going to have a really good year at Notre Dame this year.
I will say, CJ Carr had a couple bad games where like he was spiking balls and whatever. So there were a couple outlier performances that I'm like, dude, like it's not even like one bad drive. It's like, why can't you hit a receiver today?
I mark him as solid.
I'll take it.
And like
Julian saying,
yeah,
I take him seriously. It's kind of becoming in vogue for like draft scouts and like on the internet to not take Julian saying seriously. I don't know. I do, but we have a list of guys. Actually, you know what? The floor is yours on this one.
Darian Mensah, my guy. I'm high on Darian Mensah. This dude
I'm low on him.
He was like
for one reason only. That has nothing to do with football.
Back-to-back years, he made half of college football get in a bidding war for his services in the transfer portal. How Duke got him 2 years ago, no idea. But then he ends up leaving there and going to Miami. Darian Mensah, like Duke won, I think, like 7 or 8 games last year. They're complete ass without him last year. Like he was carrying a terrible team to ACC contention.
All right, I said that the reason that I was out on Darian Mensah had nothing to do with football. It actually does have to do with football, but it's more of a media thing. My issue with Darian Mensah is I did not hear anybody ever talking about him until they won the ACC championship game. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, Darian Mensah. It's like, I'm not convinced any of you were watching Darian Mensah before the one game that impacted which teams make the playoffs and which teams don't.
Yeah,
I thought there was a severe recency bias of people getting excited about him that made me question, did you actually watch him or did you do what a lot of us do and just watch one game and build your entire reputation around one game?
So
a lot of people do that.
He didn't have.
And I'm probably guilty.
Duke didn't have many.
I'm definitely guilty of it too.
National TV games. I remember watching him play against Illinois, and they lost close, and it was because his teammates suck. Like they were making a plethora of special teams errors, fumbling the football. It had nothing to do with him. That was probably the most high-profile game they played last season until they got to the ACC championship game. No, I'm a big fan of Darian Mensah. I am. It's funny. It's kind of a new age thing. Like, how are these transfer quarterbacks going to do in the NFL? Like Fernando Mendoza is a good example. He played really good at Cal, transferred, and then obviously won a Heisman at Indiana. I wonder how guys like that are going to profile in the NFL. Caleb Williams. Like these guys, I want to see how their careers go because it's like a new age.
Caleb Williams, successful. That's how that's going to go.
I mean, he still has time to suck. He's going into his third year.
If you're sitting around waiting for Caleb Williams to be bad at quarterback, did you not see the growth from year 1 to year 2? Holy
Daniels.
Moses!
Like
dude.
all these dudes, like they're guys that are transfer guys in college. I want to see how Joe Burrow, I guess, is like the godfather of this. You could argue Russell Wilson is. I guess we've seen a few, but I wonder how we're going to see how these transfer guys.
Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts and Brock Purdy are two of the most like 50-50 split. Do people think they're good or bad quarterbacks that have ever existed?
They both benefit from the rosters they're on.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you're even involved in that discussion, you have to be. But so here's the thing. So we do believe that this is a quarterback class that has proven success prior to the season and not just anticipated growth. Right. So
even like we didn't mention Drew Mestamaker. A lot of people like him.
No, and I haven't seen him play in the Power Four. So I don't really know what to do with that. Also, he's almost got too much of an underdog story. Like a North Texas walk-on who found himself on the field as a redshirt freshman and now is playing at the Big 12 in year 3. It's like, huh?
Yeah.
Like, when does the life comes at you fast moment hit?
He'll probably be somewhere else next year.
Well, some people are going to argue that it's the pros, but we'll circle this into the next segment here. But like, this is the part where the past 2 draft classes being absolutely terrible at quarterbacks really benefits like 3 or 4 specific teams, and the Browns are one of them. But there are a couple teams like the Steelers, like the Vikings, that are really going to be wishing that a lot of those quarterbacks who were duds the past couple of years hit, because They're about to be entirely behind the 8 ball. I'll kind of explain that domino process next. Keep it here, 97.1 The Fan.
We're the highest rated sports radio station in America. There's no joke there. We just are. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Can anybody beat the Dodgers this year? If not, the Dodgers is trading at a 35.7% chance to win it all, meaning $100 will pay out $258.40. Baseball season is in full swing, and there's no better place to be than Kalshi, America's #1 prediction market platform. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. Trade the draft pick, the game, and more on Kalshi. Download Kalshi and use the promo code POWELL. That's POWELL to get up to $500 in bonus credits when you trade $25. Kalshi, trade anything. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Kalshi products are not available in all jurisdictions. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. See Kalshi.com/regulatory.
When it's time to replace your roof, siding, or gutters, trust matters. That's why homeowners across Central Ohio have voted Newman Roofing City Scene Magazine's best roofing company 5 years in a row. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit newmanroofing.com today to schedule your free estimate.
At Kroger, we know it can be a challenge to get dinner on the table quickly. So we're making mealtime a breeze with our Dinner Made Easy meals. Right now, you'll get 25% off eligible items when you spend $20 or more on select meal varieties. Plus, we'll deliver it free. Just clip your digital coupons, then shop our Dinner Made Easy meals for delivery or pickup. You can choose items from oven-ready dinners, fresh sushi meals, international cuisine, and more. Restrictions apply. See site for details. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Morgan & Morgan isn't just an injury firm. It's our family's life work. It's my husband, it's my sons, it's me. When we take a case, we see a family just like ours. $30 billion recovered is something I'm proud of. But what I'm really proud of are the families we stood beside. It's an honor to fight for you when you need our support the most. Morgan & Morgan, for the people and your family.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Common Man and Timmy here for our friends at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Mikey, there's so much fun this month. It's just fantastic.
We've got Sun-Kissed Summer Saturday drawings where you can win up to $500 in pen cash. Plus, all-you-can-eat crab legs still going on.
You mean the Canadian snow crab legs, corn on the cob, and Hawaiian rolls every Tuesday?
Of course. Plus, the last Saturday in the month, play the Queen's Gamble for a chance to win up to $5,000 in pen cash.
5,000? Must be 21 to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
One bite in, you'll be saying, that's hot as fire. Speedway's new Hottest Fire Chicken Sandwich turns up the temp. Eat the heat for $4.99 only at Speedway. Valid through 8/25/26. Participating stores. Exclude Speedy Cafe. See app for full terms.
Iconic summer moments deserve an iconic drink. Reach for Mountain Dew, an American original. From its beginnings in the foothills of Tennessee to your biggest summer yet. The refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew is the perfect companion to your American summer adventures. Enjoy the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Tasting great since '48. Look for Mountain Dew in stores near you at mountaindew.com. That's mountaindew.com.
If you dread dealing with your insurance company more than you dread build-it-yourself furniture, that came in 47 different pieces.
Why do I have 6 extra screws?
With extremely vague instructions.
What are these? Hieroglyphics?
Then you might have Insuranoia. And if you have Insuranoia, then you should get NJM. They go to great lengths to do what's best for their policyholders. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM. Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
At CEC Turf and Tractor, family means everything. That's why we're proud to welcome Green & Sons Equipment's Mount Sterling and Marysville locations to the CEC family. We're honored to carry on the relationships Green & Sons has built in these communities for generations while expanding our ability to serve you with more parts, more inventory, and faster response times. As one of Ohio's largest Kubota dealers, CEC Turf and Tractor is growing without losing sight of what matters most. Hardworking people, trusted relationships, and hometown service. Visit CECTurfandTractor.com today for all your Kubota needs.
Every year, summer ends and the kids go back to school.
This year, I'm going back too, at My Computer Career. They'll help me get the skills and certifications that can get me noticed by top employers in months, not years. Now I'm on a fast track to a high-demand IT career where the rewards can finally match my value. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. That's mycomputercareer.edu. It's never too late to go back to school.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Love football, love wings? Put those bad boys together and you get Austin and Vern live at Roosters.
Sponsored by Roosters, a fun casual joint.
Large amounts of football and all the donkey sauce you can handle. Mondays on the Fans YouTube channel. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We're creeping into those late August temperatures today with highs in the mid-70s, and you'll have lots of sunshine in your forecast today for the rest of your Sunday. Later this afternoon, we do have a chance of seeing an isolated shower. Getting into tomorrow and the next days, really nice morning temperatures as well. 50s for your mornings. It'll feel a little crisp outside, so it might be time to start bringing out those sweaters. I'm your 10 Weather Impact meteorologist, Lily Aldrich, with 97.1 The Fan.
There's nothing Bo Bishop can't do well, except find competent co-hosts. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. You're listening to The Fan. It's Sunday. We're a sports station, and we shall call it Fan Sports Sunday.
All right, so here's the trouble with the past two quarterback classes in the NFL drafts being really underwhelming relative to what all the hype was about. First of all, that says more, I think, about media laziness than anything, of just like, hey, we only know how to talk about quarterbacks, so let's elevate a bunch of quarterbacks and make them big talking points that they may or may not deserve to be.
See, I don't think that's fair, though, because a lot of these media people are talking to NFL executives who are hyping up these guys, and then the media reports to us. Like, I just don't think it's purely talking heads just saying, I think this person is good, and then rolling with it. Like, I think there's a lot of people that do their due diligence and they ask the executives what they think of these prospects.
I think the truth is somewhere between your Joe Burrow and my Devin Brown. All right, well, and maybe I'll concede at least that perhaps both is happening. I need you to concede that mine is happening too, because there's got to be a little bit of that. But anyway, here's the issue with this, is that we've established that we believe in this year's crop of quarterbacks, because we're going to see a lot of guys in college football this year who we do think have a track record of success already. And it's not just, hey, these are guys who have played a lot, and so here's some assumed growth that we haven't actually seen. We think there are some guys in college football right now, Julian Sayin being one of them, Dante Moore being one of them, Arch being one of them, CJ Carr being one of them.
All those guys you mentioned to get over that 24 start in college magic number that a lot of people have, versus the past couple of years, there was a lot of people that were getting anointed good without having that many starts.
And credit to Dante Moore for having the self-awareness in that situation to come back to Oregon, because, and I think Dan Lanning said it. It was reported that Dan Lanning said, like, yeah, you've seen the data on guys who have only started 1 year. Like, he recognized that he needed more experience. Does NIL help with that? Yes.
Of course.
So I'm not acting like he did it entirely out of that. Here's the question. Would Dante Moore have come back to Oregon if NIL didn't exist? Probably not.
Yeah, I would guess that's probably right.
So probably not. But that doesn't mean that that's not a factor. Like, yes, NIL, it's nice to be able to recognize that and say, hey, I need a little bit more experience, because everybody else who has the exact same amount of experience as I have has bombed in the NFL, so I need another year. However, that decision's a lot easier to make when you don't need a lottery ticket right here, right now, because your college contract can get you a pretty significant fraction of what your NFL contract would have been. So it's okay. But here's the trouble with the past two quarterback classes being significantly weak. You don't have many teams who can be bad with young quarterbacks and bring back their young quarterbacks. What do I mean by that? All right, if we go through who we anticipate being the worst teams in the NFL this year, would you say it's fair to say the Raiders will be one of the worst teams in the NFL?
Easiest example. Yep.
Fernando Mendoza is not getting redrafted with another starting quarterback next year.
Yeah.
Okay? If the Raiders are bad this year, the Raiders are holding on to Fernando Mendoza.
They're probably drafting Jeremiah Smith.
Would you say that the Tennessee Titans are going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL this year?
I could see a path where they are.
Okay, if they are, would you anticipate that Cam Ward is probably still the Titans quarterback next year?
Yes, he would be.
Okay. We run out of those names pretty quickly because if we go through who we anticipate being the worst teams in the NFL, the Arizona Cardinals are not enormously invested in Carson Beck.
What, they used a third-round pick on him?
Third-round pick. The Miami Dolphins are not tremendously invested in Malik Willis.
Well,
don't you dare.
Look at his contract. I mean,
and in 2 years or something?
I know like the rookie deal kind of like undoes a lot of, woes when it comes to the salary cap, and he's on I'm trying to see what his guaranteed deal, because he signed a 3-year.
Is it basically 2 years guaranteed?
That's what a lot of contracts are like, but it's like, do you want to pay him almost $30 million to back up a rookie quarterback?
For 1 year?
His dead cap this year is $45 million. It's $39 next year, and then it drops down to $13 the year after.
If the Miami Dolphins are drafting in the top 5, you have to take a quarterback.
Yeah.
Because that you're going to have 5 years of that first round quarterback, and so like if the first year overlaps with Malik Willis, so effing what?
Yeah.
But the Miami Dolphins are not that attached to Malik Willis.
I think you've convinced me.
Yeah. Okay, so we got the Cardinals and the Dolphins, who we know are going to be 2 of the worst teams in the NFL. Can I convince you that the Browns are going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL?
Me. I think they're going to be the worst team.
Yes. Okay, and one of your best players just tore his Achilles, so that's not good. So can I convince you that the Jets are going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL? Because I think Geno Smith sucks. Jets fans are convincing themselves that they're going to be competitive this year, and I think they're crazy. It's weird. Their offensive line good, but their team sucks.
I don't see them being top 5 bad, but they'll probably be picking in the top 10. Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So here's the trouble with this. We can at least establish, if I said, who are the 3 worst teams in the NFL this upcoming season?
I think it's Cleveland, Arizona, and Miami.
That's the thing. All 3 of them are drafting quarterbacks. So why is this? You say Cleveland, Arizona, Miami?
Yeah, that's okay for me.
That's why. As we circle it all the way back to what we teased an hour ago, the Browns are in a better spot than the Steelers. As the Steelers will transition away from Aaron Rodgers, and I don't know if Drew Aller was drafted with the intent of being one day a future starter. If he wasn't, then I don't know why he was drafted in the 3rd round, to be honest with you. But what the Steelers quarterback position looks like post Aaron Rodgers, who is entering his final season, he's already declared that. He's declared that multiple times, by the way. Where do you go from here? Because the number 1 free agent is going to be Baker Mayfield. And we can do a segment, we'll do it next week, about what kind of a doomsday scenario that would be for the Browns fans. The problem is that despite the fact that Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers can't reach an extension, they could tag him. And so we'll figure out whether that is a feasible option for them after this upcoming season with him in Tampa. But the Steelers are not going to be, even if they have a disappointing year, they're not going to be 3rd, 4th, 5th overall pick type of bad. And so with next year's quarterback class being legit, but also we're in a situation where the last 2 quarterback classes being so dry relative to what they were supposed to be, you have a lot of teams that need quarterbacks. So you better be at the top of the draft next year if you're going to be taking a quarterback, and the Steelers won't be. So they're going to, even if they're like the 13th pick, they're going to have to reach on somebody who's otherwise going to fall to the 2nd round.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the Steelers are a competent organization and the Browns are not. The Steelers picked Big Ben with the 11th pick in the draft.
Correct.
The Browns had a pick, the 6th pick that year, and I think they drafted Kellen Winslow. I'm not saying that the Browns would do that. The point is like, just because the Browns are going to be picking way ahead of the Steelers and they both need quarterbacks, doesn't mean that the Browns are going to hit on the quarterback and the Steelers aren't, because we've seen this movie before. And the Steelers know what they're doing and the Browns don't. And I'm willing to bet that trend will continue next year as well.
Isaiah, do you take joy in the purgatory state that the Steelers are in?
I love that they're just sitting right there at 8 or 9 wins every year. It would be better if the Browns would take advantage of that. So when we're at 4 or 5 wins every year, I don't get the joy that I would if we were maybe getting 10 or 11.
I think Browns fans have a lot. I'm trying to think. Did it go straight from Baker to Deshaun?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So this would be the first. Next year is going to be the first time in a decade where Browns fans are going to be entering the draft looking for a franchise quarterback. I think that inspires serious hope.
Unless they sign Baker back. Oh, yeah.
Hell to the no.
Shedeur fans are screaming right now.
Let's put it in the atmosphere now.
Oh, my gosh.
I hate Baker, but for the sake of drama, bring this man back to Cleveland.
I think Shedeur Sanders will play good enough football to get traded for this year. But he's not going to be playing good enough football because if Deshaun starts the season, he's not finishing it. Like, whichever Browns quarterback starts the year, I think gets benched at some point. So we'll see both of them. Deshaun's going to get cut, and then
they might both get cut.
I think Shedeur will get traded for by someone who's got a weak quarterback room. Yeah, but the Browns will still be bad enough to draft a quarterback. So the Browns fans are going to enter the now. It's going to take a lot of losses to get there. So don't get me wrong. The next 4 months are going to be really hard on Browns fans. But next April, Browns fans are going to be legitimately inspired about the possibilities of taking your next franchise quarterback.
But they just mess it up. Think about when they drafted Baker.
But we're talking about how great this quarterback class is. It's like if you're top three, can you mess it up?
They had
probably, but
Baker, Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson all go in the same round of the same draft, and the Browns find a way to draft the worst one with the number 1 overall pick. That's what they do. That's what they do.
You are really, really, really pulling a recency bias on Sam Darnold's Super Bowl.
He just won a Super Bowl, Cole.
He did.
I mean, you're going to say that Baker's better than him?
Sam Darnold spent more of his career as I think Baker Mayfield could have won a Super Bowl with the Seahawks last year.
We could agree to disagree on that one.
Situationally.
I don't think Baker Mayfield can win a Super Bowl with anybody.
If you told me
that's a hater-ass take.
If you told me this next draft we would get a Browns quarterback that is to the level that Baker was, I would take it in a heartbeat. I would relive those 6 years we had Baker, or 5 years, whatever it was, for where we are right now. I'd be perfectly fine with that.
So, I know we got to go to break, but that's...
Isaiah seems like the biggest Baker bro ever.
Hey, he made the playoffs.
Hindsight's 2020 with that one.
He won a playoff game. You kidding me? The game sucked.
Were you against them trading for Deshaun in the moment?
When they got Deshaun?
Yeah.
I mean, I knew he was a good player. Actually, I clearly didn't know that he was a bad player, but I thought at the time he was a good player, but I wanted to keep Baker at that time.
All right. That's a fair point.
I'm telling you, Browns fans, this time next year, actually, we don't have to do it. This time in 8 months, Browns fans are going to be filled with a lot more hope and inspiration than Steelers fans will. Now, I'm not saying that you guys are going to be automatically better right then and as soon as the draft ends, hey, the Browns are a better football team than the Steelers. No, I'm not saying that, but I do think that there's hope and inspiration that Browns fans will have that Steelers fans won't. Ask me how I know.
Because you're a Steelers fan.
Because I don't have hope and inspiration right now. And I don't know what the vision is with Drew Aller, to be honest with you. But anyway, we got game 2, and I hope that you guys just win this one, to be honest with you. We got game 2 at 2-on-1. I have no idea what the third topic would be, so we may just end it in a tie. But game time, 2 minutes away. Stick around, 97.1.
Get Eco. Hey, Jerry, remember when you invented that tiny bit of paper at the start of a new roll of sticky tape that helps you find the end?
Ah, yes, the Jerry tab. Too bad the name never caught on.
But it makes the thing you already paid for more useful.
And makes your life more enjoyable.
So I thought we could make people's lives more enjoyable when they call us to do plumbing work on their home. Get Eco. ECO. If you get Eco to replace your water heater, our helpful plumbers will do up to $500 worth of additional plumbing work for free while we're there.
The job's too little to call a plumber for, but you really want a plumber to fix.
Get Eco. ECO. And if you need something bigger done, we'll give you $500 off the cost of that.
Wait, we could put a Jerry tab at the beginning of every toilet paper roll. I could be famous after all.
Get Eco. ECO. Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
Home of the Jerry tab.
GetEco.com.
Great cars, great deals, great lakes. Hyundai. The savings are so good. The savings are so good at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. Right now, lease a new 26 Tucson SE for $149 per month for 36 months. Just $149 a month. Only at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. Plus, get 10 years or 100,000 miles of powertrain coverage with your new Hyundai. Just off 270 or at GLakesHyundaiofDublin.com.
Thanks to your support, the nonprofits VetTix and First Tix have given away tens of millions of tickets and counting to vets currently serving military, the immediate family of troops killed in action, and our brave current and former first responders. These tickets are a meaningful way to say thank you to America's heroes. And now we want you to be part of the mission. Got extra tickets to concerts, games, or special events? Or want to see if you qualify? We want you to go to vettix.org and firsttix.org today. Give something to those who gave.
Bobby Carpenter demands that you watch Morning Juice on YouTube. If you don't, Tito will move into your house.
Live at 6 a.m. on YouTube and streaming on the Fan app.
Coffee? These guys don't need coffee. They're jacked on life and Buckeye football. You're listening to Fan Sports Sunday.
Yeah, someone in the YouTube chat is advocating for the Browns to do two things. One, draft Julian Sayin next year.
Okay.
And sign Will Howard when the Steelers cut him. So I think I know who.
Yeah, the Buckeye Brown fan hybrid is alive and well.
Yeah. I'm not very big on just like, hey, let's draft all my favorite college players just because. But all right.
If you're going to do it, Ohio State's a good team to want to do it with.
Right now, the only Buckeye on the Bengals roster is Xavier Johnson. He's expected to get cut. So the Bengals.
Xavier Johnson is in the NFL.
But he's expected to get cut. So the Bengals might not have any Buckeyes this year.
Block O guy right there.
Oh yeah, he was. That's right. That's a fair point out of you. Yeah. Brandon Ennis in the same ilk as Xavier Johnson and Caden Babb? Cameron Babb. Yes. It's my take and I'm sticking to it.
Game time. All right, we played earlier. We played game one of 2-on-1. I said, name me, what did I say, 8 Pixar movies?
Yeah, and I said it was going to be easy peasy, and then Isaiah needed to bail me out.
I hope you guys get this one. I think this one's actually going to be kind of hard. The last time that I did this, I screwed up and made it apparently way too easy for you. I thought it was going to be harder than it was. So this time, I'm going to say, well, if they know how to achieve this topic, because you didn't even go to Isaiah for this topic.
I think Isaiah and I are smarter than you think we are.
All right, well, I hope you win this one, because I don't have a third topic if it goes to a game 3. Name me 10 players who have ever thrown a pass for the Miami Dolphins.
Okay, we got Dan Marino. Go ahead and lock him in.
Yeah, I think Dan Marino has thrown a pass for the Miami Dolphins.
Let's go gross. Dante Culpepper. Lock him in.
It's a crazy number 2.
That's the second guy you come up with?
I wanted to go there.
I forgot about it. I was trying to name 10 Dolphins in my head just to kind of gauge how difficult this would be. Dante Culpepper did not come to mind, but yes. He did throw 134 passes.
They chose him over Drew Brees.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, so see, you listen to podcasts.
Yes.
That's why he's up second.
Last year's starter, Tua.
Tua has thrown a pass for the Miami Dolphins. You were at 3.
All right. You see, I feel like the Dolphins have a lot of dudes that you knew them from other teams.
Yes.
Now they're on that team. You got any?
I got Ryan Tannehill.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Tannehill. Lock him in.
Tannehill's number 4. Although he's number 3 in pass attempts.
That's crazy.
And
do we have the top
pass
3?
Attempts?
You do not have number 2.
You
have 3 of the top 4.
Yeah.
Dan Marino is number 1 in all time. Actually, let me label this by pass attempts. That's probably the best way to do it. Dan Marino is number 1 in all-time pass attempts for the Miami Dolphins. You do not have number 2. Tannehill's 3, Tua's 4.
Interesting. Who else has just gotten banished to Miami?
Dante Culpepper's number 30.
Who else? I'm trying to think.
It's funny when we had the
Chad Pennington is one.
I was thinking Chad Pennington because when we had the Jets question last time Cole was here, Chad Pennington, lock him in.
Chad Pennington is 11th all time in Miami Dolphins franchise history for pass attempts.
You got to be kidding me!
All right.
5. You guys are 5 for 5. It doesn't matter which 10 you get. I didn't say name the top 10.
Oh, I thought we were doing name the top 10.
No, I said name 10.
Yeah, and then he threw in that
Quinn Ewers,
caveat.
give me another one.
Yeah, lock him in.
Yeah. Hey, Quinn, you'll like this. Quinn Ewers beat Baker Mayfield last season.
He did, yeah.
6 for 6.
We need 10, you say, right?
Yeah. I made that a lot easier for Zeke.
I was so
now
confused.
He's about to blow. No, I understand. I was just naming. Whoop, my headphones just got knocked off. I was just naming that just as a reference point.
Did Vinny Testaverde ever play for Miami Dolphins? Whenever there's a quarterback question, I'm like, Vinny Testaverde.
I'll take it for you. Ryan Fitzpatrick, same deal.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Ryan Fitzpatrick did.
Yes.
So you guys are at 7. Now.
I have a good one.
Oh, I know
it's juicy.
I know it's coming. I bet you. Here, I will write down
what Isaiah's about to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, give me a second. I got to write this down. I gotta write it up. I gotta write it so Dylan can't read what I'm about to write.
People are about to be like, I completely forgot about that.
Fire away.
Jay Cutler.
Lock him in.
Jay Cutler's correct.
Is that who you have?
Is that who you wrote down or no?
Nope. You guys are 8 for 8. Man, no, actually, I was rooting for you guys to win this one just so it could be easier for me, so that's cool.
We got to think of 2 more.
You guys have 3 strikes, so if you have any like risky guesses, you have room
Did
to play
Brian
with.
Hartline ever throw a pass for the Dolphins?
Did you imagine? Are you able to find that?
I'm able to look that up.
You know what? Just for the fun of it. Brian Hartline's
Strike 1. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of surprised about that because he played there for a decent amount of time. You know, like a double reverse pass or an end around pass or a wild, like something like that.
Yes.
Give me.
We talked about. Man, I'm trying to think if there's a. We said the quarterbacks that have played at one spot and then went to another, and we brought up the Baker draft. When Josh Rosen busted out of Arizona, did he go to Miami?
How many strikes do we have?
Just 1.
We only have 1?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he went to Miami.
Josh Rosen, lock him in.
Josh Rosen.
Oh, that's the name you had.
Did play for the Miami Dolphins.
Nice.
I was pretty sure that Isaiah was going to say Josh Rosen when he said Jay Cutler.
All right, so we need 1 more, and we have 2 strikes to play with.
Yeah. Players who have ever thrown a pass for the Miami Dolphins.
I'm trying to think if there's like obvious ones from like the 2000s. Like who was after Marino? I can't even. Their inept quarterback play this millennium rivals the Browns.
I've got 2, I think.
All right.
I'm not sure.
They're on both out there.
I've got Teddy Bridgewater is one I kind of think.
Yeah.
And the other one I'm fairly certain on is Matt Moore. I think he started for them for a couple years, but I'm more. I mean, I feel pretty confident in both of them.
Okay.
We have 2 strikes left,
Yes.
correct? Okay.
You know what? A gross name just came to my mind.
Oh. Who we got?
Started a playoff game when Tua got hurt. I believe his name was Skylar Thompson.
Yes, I know for a fact that he definitely did.
Let's lock in Skylar Thompson.
That's a good one to end on.
Son of a gun. Skylar Thompson.
Gosh.
Is your 10th Dolphins quarterback who has ever thrown a pass.
Were Matt Moore and Teddy Bridgewater on the list.
I had forgotten Teddy Bridgewater was a Miami Dolphin.
Teddy Two Gloves. He retired again.
But yes, he was. So you had that. Matt Moore is he was one of the guys. So you know how Mike Tomlin, we had the whole he hasn't won a playoff game since 2010 or whatever.
Right.
He had won 3 playoff games since 2010. 2 were against A.J. McCarron and Matt Moore. So Ryan Tannehill had led the Dolphins to the playoffs.
Right.
Matt Moore played the playoff game, and the Steelers beat them. But, yep.
You know who I just thought of? Former Michigan man, Chad Henne.
Chad Henne's correct.
That's a good one.
I should have made this 15. You guys are already at 13. Why not?
Yeah.
Who was the quarterback of the 72 Dolphins?
Bob Greasy?
Bob Greasy.
You guys got it. There's 4. So he would have been second. So
okay.
Here would have been your top 10 just in terms of attempted passes. Dan Marino, Bob Greasy, Tannehill, Tua, Jay Fiedler. You got Chad Henne. Some guy named David Woodley, who I'm not familiar with.
Same.
You got Fitzpatrick, Don Strock, cool name, and Matt Moore.
Damn.
You guys did pretty well.
Yeah.
Pretty well. You guys freaking won the game. So that's cool.
Someone in the YouTube chat said Jarvis Landry.
That's a good one. He definitely threw a pass. He did for the Browns a couple times.
He threw 3 passes.
Nice.
I'm going to pull up one, too, that I almost was worried that I was going to give it away, to be honest with you. And I didn't even think about this. When I said Heartline may have done a Wildcat, do you remember the game that the Dolphins, Ronnie Brown,
dude,
the Dolphins beat the Patriots running the Wildcat the entire game? I'm like, wait a minute, Ronnie Brown might have thrown a pass. He threw 12.
Do you guys remember that time that people thought that was going to be like the new iteration of offense in the NFL? Like the Wildcat was about to be it. No one was going to be able to stop it.
Because they beat Belichick.
Right?
And then
it took about a month, and the defensive coordinators in the NFL figured it out.
Yeah, here's the thing. Defensive coordinators, gather around. Okay. If you are trying to stop the Wildcat offense, load the box because they can't throw.
Right.
There's your answer. All right. How many is that? 11 segments down. 1 to go. We got Reds and D-backs. They're going to be a little bit later. I believe coverage is going to start at 3:45 because they are out on Pacific time. We're going to lock in. With week 0 being next week, we're going to lock in our Heisman Trophy winner. And we're also going to lock in our national championship matchups. So we're going to submit those ballots next, 97.1.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, NA, member FDIC, allow 8 weeks.
At CEC Turf and Tractor, family means everything. That's why we're proud to welcome Green & Sons Equipment's Mount Sterling and Marysville locations to the CEC family. We're honored to carry on the relationships Green & Sons has built in these communities for generations while expanding our ability to serve you with more parts, more inventory, and faster response times. As one of Ohio's largest Kubota dealers, CEC Turf and Tractor is growing without losing sight of what matters most. Hardworking people, trusted relationships, and hometown service.
Join your Reds for a 3-game series August 31st through September 2nd when they battle the San Diego Padres. Don't miss another Tarps Off Budweiser 3-2-1 Tuesday. Grab your friends and family and enjoy select $3 beers, $2 Bar S hot dogs, and $1 ice cream cups. Wrap up the series with some afternoon baseball on Wednesday, September 2nd with first pitch at 12:40. Get your tickets now at reds.com/tickets.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible, but Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the Columbus community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JP Morgan Chase Bank, NA member FDIC.
One bite in, you'll be saying that's hot as fire. Speedway's new hottest fire chicken sandwich turns up the temp. Eat the heat for $4.99 only at Speedway. Valid through 8/25/26. Participating stores. Exclude Speedy Cafe. See app for full terms.
Day 1, the hardest day. The day you hear.
This is a type of blood cancer.
At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1. To learn more and get help on any day, visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572.
Get organized and save big money with Decoded Closets now at Menards. Decoded Closet systems can be installed in any room, from home offices and laundry rooms to walk-in or reach-in closets. Use the You Create Closet Planner to design a decoded closet system that maximizes your space and matches your style. Available in-store and online. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for more great deals happening this week.
Save big money
Delaware County Veterans Services, here for those who served. Located on the ground floor of the historic courthouse in downtown Delaware, our team of veteran county veteran service officers is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Need a ride to a VA appointment? Facing a financial emergency? Are you or your spouse simply looking for answers? Then give Delaware County Veterans Services a call. 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment. Delaware County Veterans Services. Need a roof you can count on? Ramos Roofing has protected homes and businesses throughout Ohio for almost 20 years. Whether it's a leaky roof, storm damage, new siding, or new gutters to protect your foundation, Ramos Roofing delivers quality materials, professional installation, and honest service every time. Get your free roof or exterior assessment today and ask about Ramos Roofing's no-interest financing options. Call 614-761-7663 or visit online at ramosroofingohio.com.
Maddie, I love mine, but not everybody needs a big truck.
True. That's why I love what McDaniel GM Superstore is doing with the 26 tracks. I bought mine there. Easiest experience I've ever had. Upfront pricing with no surprises at the counter.
And now you can lease the 26 tracks for as low as $185 a month.
Or if you'd rather own it, buy for as low as $315 a month.
Terms and conditions apply for qualified buyers. Get to McDaniel GM Superstore, north on 23 off Route 95 in Marion. Visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com.
Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Email from a listener. What exactly is Common Man and Timmy supposed to be? How can I put this? A couple of immature men who love to have mindless conversation, laugh, and dabble in sports and farts.
Weekdays at 3.
And there you go, The Fan.
The Fan Poll is sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub, home of award-winning pizza and $2 tall boys. All day, every day.
Take The Fan with you wherever you go with the Fan app. Download it now, or we'll find you. You bring your lunch money today? Good, give it to us. This is Fan Sports Sunday.
All right, 11 down, 1 to go. Appreciate you hanging out with us all the way to 2 o'clock. Next week, I hope the Reds are in Eastern Standard Time.
You did not enjoy doing 3 hours with us?
No, it was good. It's just like looking ahead to the schedule, and it's like, so sweet. We only got to do 8 segments today instead of 12. Today was cool, though. I'd been looking forward to getting back on the microphone. I hadn't done hosting in like 3 weeks, but we back. All right, so we are going to lock it. One quick thing, super quick, because we talked about, shockingly didn't get around to a tease, but somebody brought up, I think Isaiah brought up somebody about like a player who he got, who'd you say like got hot at the end of the year and then everyone started to love him?
Cade Klubnik and Arch Manning.
Okay. I think I've already kind of hinted at Darian Mensah a little bit. I think there's a big candidate for a quarterback that people are starting to treat like a major NFL prospect because of one game. And it happened in the playoffs. Would you happen to know who I'm talking about?
Trinidad Chambliss.
Absolutely.
I like Trinidad Chambliss.
Trinidad Chambliss had a really good game against Georgia in the playoffs, and then my entire algorithm is feeding me, is Trinidad Chambliss going to play his way into being a first-round pick?
4,000 yards and didn't even start the whole season, Cole. It wasn't just a second half of the season.
No, I have a cynicism and a skepticism that it doesn't even need to be labeled as that. It's just true. The media is so biased, and everybody's biased towards everything that they watch, but the problem is like in a situation like that, in a college football playoff game where there's no other games going on and everyone's watching the same game, it's like that memory sticks so prominently in people's minds. It's like this dude's played a whole season of college football, and I haven't heard anybody talking about him being a first-round pick. But now he does it when it's just, now people are watching. So, I'm not a big believer in sample sizes of one. That's the problem. But anyway.
That's fair.
All right. Who is your Heisman Trophy winner?
I think, and I'm going to get hated on so much this year, but I think I'm going to go all in on it. I'm a big fan of Oregon this year. I think Dante Moore is going to win the Heisman.
Say it with more enthusiasm this time, please.
I mean, I'm honestly, there's no one that I'm like super, just proud to say that. Like, I think if Julian won it, I wouldn't be surprised. If Arch Manning won it, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think CJ Carr is going to have enough quote-unquote Heisman moments because their schedule is such ass.
You are 100% correct.
That I don't think he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. But Dante Moore, Oregon kind of has like the best of both worlds. Their schedule is kind of soft where he can compile some stats, but they have 3 ranked opponents: Michigan, Ohio State, and Washington. And I think good performances in those 3 games will be good enough for him to hold up the Heisman Trophy in New York at the end of the year.
I actually agree with essentially everything that you just said. I think C.J. Carr would be a really good candidate if he had the ability to play a conference championship game. He does not, and because there's a big recency bias with the Heisman Trophy too, is that it gets voted on after the conference. Which I'm not saying that's a bias against him. I'm just saying that's just Notre Dame's not in the conference.
Right.
So, and there is absolutely a recency bias because conference championship weekend is a weekend in which everybody playing is playing in high-profile games of highly ranked teams versus highly ranked teams.
Right.
So whoever stands out on that weekend is going to have the last say in the Heisman, right? And C.J. Carr will not be a part of that weekend. And so, it's like the double-edged. It's like he can't be great, but he also can't stink it up that weekend.
Right.
And so it's like he's just going to be neutral. He's going to be definitely out of sight, perhaps a little bit out of mind. And so that's why I don't think that he's a tremendous Heisman candidate. I really liked what you said about Dante Moore. So I was kind of going to cheat off your paper a little bit on that one because I can't go fully in on Arch like that. So I think Dante Moore would probably be my safe play. Isaiah, who would you pick for the Heisman?
That's a good question. I like Dante Moore. I like Julian. If I had to throw another name out there that wasn't those two, I probably would lean Darian Mensah from Miami. Because I think they're the most likely to make the playoff. Because they're in the ACC.
Yeah.
They also have a cakewalk of a schedule leading up to Notre Dame. So by the time that Notre Dame and Miami play each other,
which is week 10, I believe,
those 2 teams will have played basically nobody leading up to that point. So those are going to be like Spider-Man meme of Notre Dame and Miami being like, hey, really good, but really unbattle tested.
Right.
So don't hate it. But in terms of like Heisman moments, I think you're right. I think Dante Moore would have the most availability for a Heisman moment. National championship matchup.
I feel like on the Ohio State station, we're going to say Ohio State. I'm not the type of guy that thinks that every time they don't win the national championship, it's a failed season.
No, especially not 2 years after you just won one.
Right.
You can't win one every single year. Now, obviously, don't go 6-6.
Right.
But I get your point.
With that being said, I'm going to go with 2 teams that have been right there but haven't been able to get under the proverbial hump. And I'm going with Oregon beating Texas in the national championship game. And the storyline, hot take storyline I'm going to go with. So last year it was that Ohio State lost to both teams that were in the national championship game. I think this year Ohio State will beat both teams that appear in the national championship game, but not win the championship themselves.
Ooh, that's a good take.
I like that.
Since you didn't pick Ohio State, I'll pick Ohio State. I'll say Ohio State beats, give me the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
All right. So that would put me at like 0-6 in my lifetime. I can't have that. All right. I think Notre Dame's in the championship. I cannot swear that they win it. And you know what? I'll do it. Notre Dame's winning the championship. I'm putting them over. No, I didn't really know who to put them up against. So Joe Klatt is kind of feeding with some bias here because I was recently watching his preseason top 25, and he said Oregon is his standalone number 1, and then everybody else is kind of in tier 2. So I'll go Notre Dame over Oregon, fully anticipating that I'm going to be incorrect. But that's what I got. So
probably all will be, to be honest.
It's okay. No one's going to remember. We'll burn the tape. We got 5 seconds. We're out of here. We're burning the tape. Goodbye.
Matty Ice is currently bathing himself in creamy jalapeno dip. And I've officially run out of ways to tease this show. Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays at noon.